baby.
What's up, everybody? Rod J back in the house. Oh, wow. Look at that. Just got here in time. What's going on?
Couldn't figure shit out, man. You know what happens. You know, it happens.
Technology and shit.
Apple stuff, you know. It's the
Little,
Apple stuff.
little change of scenery too, huh?
Yeah.
Was there maybe a little day drinking taking place today?
How could you tell?
I don't know. You were knocking that beer back rather easily for the first one tonight, so I figured it probably wasn't the first one of the night.
Yeah, no.
But aren't Bud Lights easy to knock back?
Not for you.
I don't drink Bud Light usually, but I mean, probably.
Feel like you're judging me.
I'm not judging you. Why would I judge you, Shannon? Who would make
I'm
me
just
judge
screwing
you?
with you, Rod. I'm just screwing with you.
I would never judge Shannon. Not out loud.
You're right. Not on purpose.
That's okay.
No, of course I wouldn't. Everything is all fun. So yeah, welcome everybody to another Thursday night happy hour here. So Todd and Shannon just getting started. And a few other people that'll be joining here momentarily as well that I know. So
Oh my God.
we'll have a few,
Do I know them or
things
do I
happening.
people?
You know everybody that pretty much comes on. So
Don't answer that, Rod. Don't answer that.
Nope. No big, real big shocker. Although you always love to see them when they are on for sure. So, but yeah. So it is Thursday night. So it is happy hour. First time to the channel. Welcome. Great to have you here. Obviously, if you've been rolling with us for all these years and time, appreciate to have you back. Spending some time on a Thursday night. I can't believe it. I'm 2 months away from shit.
I think you're coming back and we're not doing anything wrong. You know. It's all good.
Well, or maybe they like to see us do stuff wrong.
Or maybe, well, that okay, yeah.
Maybe they like
True.
Maybe they like train wrecks.
Who doesn't like a good car accident? Not a good car accident. That doesn't sound right. Who doesn't look at a car accident when you see it, rubbernecking or whatever.
Oh, what happened there?
Rubbernecker. We're all
Rubbernecker. Yeah, so
Rubbernecker.
nobody wants to see it, but when it does happen, we all take a look. So
we're all for it.
That sounds bad. That sounds bad too, Todd.
No, I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, I didn't mean that. Actually, I mean, it's kind of true though. It's like we're all for it, but
yeah, I know what you meant, but yeah, it did sound a little bad.
It did sound bad. But it's like it's not wrong though, because everybody's kind of all for it,
It's like just the way it came out, wasn't right there.
Right. The way it hits the lips. The way it hits the lips.
Yeah. It's like I didn't mean it that way. Shout out to the people in the chat. Vanessa's in the house. Vanessa, no, actually they're not. So the poll question tonight, if you haven't checked out the poll question, which of these national chains would you prefer for happy hour? Thinking of the old days when we used to hit the happy hours and stuff like that. Probably some people still do happy hours. No, because they're closed down. They're closed down. But
TGI Fridays is on there. I haven't seen
Fridays.
Sure.
Fridays is on there. Applebee's, Buffalo Wild Wings, or Outback Steakhouse. So of those four, what's the preference? Shout out to Shane in the house. Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
What's happening? Doing good. How you doing?
Doing great, man.
I almost messaged you this morning from work.
Almost?
You almost mentioned me.
Yeah, no, I was almost messaged you to like do an intro for me because I'm ready to do my own. Well, I thought that'd be later, but here we go. I'm gonna do my own stuff here.
Yeah.
I need a new intro without Todd and Shannon.
Yeah.
Forget her.
Todd's branching out from branching out. So,
dude,
I told you I would bail.
Todd, you send me a message later and let me know what you want, and I'll hook you up. Not a problem, man.
No, I don't know what I want. You tell me what I want.
Quit talking.
I don't know. I can throw you out a just give you like a rough idea of what you want. I'll send you like 3 or 4 things, and then you can just pick, kind of like what I did with Anderson with the couple that he's done there, his couple new ones. I just sent him a bunch like, hey man, use whatever one you want. If you don't like them, whatever, who cares?
Right.
Yeah, Todd's a taker. So
Whatever.
put down the list. I don't sound right tonight either. So
There you go.
but Vanessa,
been after yet, so
We're not off to
already
a good start.
not even. No, Vanessa, none of them are in bankruptcy, but some have had closed down locations around Spot.
Ugh. I want a DoorDash Outback.
What's
and
up?
have some
What's up, Jimmy? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Cuff and Stuff Barbecue in the house. Make sure to check out good old Jimmy's, growing up some good stuff, and likes to drink the occasional beers as well. But on the poll, so Fridays right now, 67%, Applebee's 33%, Buffalo Wild Wings and Outback Steakhouse are the big donuts right now with 0%.
Yeah, see, Buffalo Wings I can get behind because they suck in general. Their wings are even terrible, but as Charles would say, they're terrible. They're terrible. But Outback, like they got some like their mushrooms and stuff. They're pretty good.
But Applebee's is literally one of the worst restaurants I've ever been to.
Really? You think it's that low on that?
Yes, like I would rather go to White Castle, and I like White Castle. I would rather go to
Well, back in the day, we used to think Applebee's was good.
Winston.
We used to have the riblet.
Little riblets, right? Yeah, little riblets. Yeah.
Dude.
No, Applebee's is the worst.
But yeah, they're not good. Which
They
is
got,
why
but
they're
for
closing
happy
now.
hour specials, they've got some pretty decent happy hour specials. I mean,
Hey,
if you're a
I
drinker,
feel like you're a fan. I'm not trying to discount.
I'm
your
not saying
fan.
I'm a fan. No, I'm just saying for happy
Well,
hour specials,
I
you
think
get some
she is
tall
right. I think she
beers.
is.
I mean, I
Sounds
love.
like it.
I love that you enjoyed Applebee's back in the day.
I didn't say I enjoyed anything. I'm just saying they got
I
some
mean,
happy
you
hour
kind of did
specials.
say you enjoyed it. You were talking about the riblets. You kind of
Because
said
Todd brought up the little rib. And I said the riblets. Todd brought them up.
Okay.
I mean, did anybody actually go there and get something other than the riblets? To be honest,
I didn't even know they had riblets.
you got chicken.
Well,
So you get
why would you go there for anything else? I mean, really.
What'd you say,
I
Shane?
don't-
I said, why would you go there for anything else? I mean, really.
No, right, exactly. Yes,
Like
exactly.
a beer and riblets. I mean,
I keep thinking of McRib from McDonald's when you say that.
I mean, it's basically what
Oh.
they were. They're like a bigger version of the McRib for the most part.
Well, they had they'd have those little plate specials like the grilled flat iron steak type thing, like $10 or whatever. You get like a 3-course. They'd have some deals.
They should
I mean,
be
depending.
$10.
Hey, Shannon, some people like shoe leather. Just saying.
Well, I'm happy that there was a place they could go and get it.
But yeah, so that's the ones out there. But no, if it was something where Chi-Chi's was still open, Chi-Chi's would definitely be in the mix. It's always great for the happy hour.
oh man, I love that place. I used to love Chi-Chi's back in the day.
Cheese.
I have
That
not
is
found a
sweet. Cheese nut.
chimichanga that I love. Like every time I'm like, I love a chimichanga. But do I? Because I haven't had a good one since Chi-Chi's closed down.
Well, you get
Right?
some of
And the
some of
fried ice
other-
cream.
Some of the other Mexican restaurants, some of the local, like actual Mexican
Yeah, but they're
restaurants.
not good. They're not like Chi-Chi's.
No, because they're Mexican food, not Tex-Mex like Chi-Chi's.
You're right. Yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
They actually make it the way they're supposed to make it. And Chi-Chi's does the
Well,
The American version.
Yeah.
Do you all have?
They're Tex-Mex too. So
Do you all have a
When's-
tumbleweed?
come on.
No, we used to have one here. I don't know if it's still open. I think they closed down.
So
Yeah.
tumbleweed is Tex-Mex too.
Yeah.
And back in the day, so when Chi-Chi's closed down, I was like, we'd go to Tumbleweed, and they would their chimichangas would be real crispy and fried like Chi-Chi's. But I always liked my Chi-Chi's chimichangas green style, and they just put like the green chilies. I didn't want an enchilada style. I didn't want a queso. I didn't want red or yellow on top. I wanted the green.
No red?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted the green chilies on top and then a bunch of sour cream. Well, Tumbleweed, they had green style for a while, and they stopped that, and then
Well, they sold and got.
Yeah,
Well,
and then
they're Louisville based. They were. I don't think they branched out too far. Besides the
Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were Louisville based. All right.
Yeah, they're out of Louisville. Yeah, they're based in Louisville.
anyway, was it what it is? I'll never have another cheat.
But I'm saying they sold the name, but not the recipes. So then a lot of shit changed after that, which is what I think is where you were going at, because it got different for sure.
And then they sucked ass.
Like, who would buy a restaurant but not the actual recipes and stuff that made the restaurant?
Cocky people that think they can make people like what they like instead of what they already have.
Well, they bought the franchise, but they didn't buy the recipes that actually made them good. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like somebody buying X.
True. Yeah,
I'm going to buy X and make it work the way I want it to work. I don't care what people want on it. Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Right?
Yeah. What do you mean it's only worth 80% of the value when I bought it? Well, you kind of screwed it up. But anyway,
you're right.
Not an investment. I'm glad I missed that one. So,
well, he's got enough.
But yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Oh, he definitely has enough money for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so right now those are the two that are getting votes. So 3 out of 4 people right now are Fridays. With Fridays, does have some pretty good appetizers and specials, and some of the things.
I mean, to be honest, I think I've only ate at Fridays like twice in my lifetime.
They have some really good potato skins.
Yeah, no, I remember we went there when they were
we
at the
went there
mall
in Cincinnati too.
Yeah,
like Cincinnati, I remember.
That's
yeah,
probably
on the river. We went there.
Both times I've ever been. Yeah, their appetizers were good.
Yeah, their appetizers were good.
Well,
it was better than their food.
I mean, the fact that you see their appetizers in grocery stores and stuff, so people do enjoy the tater skins and the wings and the other stuff. Yeah. So, but we'll see how it plays out during the course of the night. I'm kind of surprised no one put Buffalo Wild Wings, just because for me, I just remember because we played softball, we'd always go to BW3 afterwards. Yeah. Do you guys remember what Buffalo Wild Wings' actual name was when it first came out? BW3? Like,
no.
You remember the original name of it? Because nobody really knew what it meant.
I thought it was Buffalo Wild Wings.
Me too.
B-Dubs.
B-Dubs was BW3, but it used to be BW3 because there were 3 W's.
Yeah.
It was Buffalo Wild Wings and WEC.
WEC?
Oh,
What's WEC?
That's why they changed it.
Where's the 3 W's come from? I never knew that.
Yeah, when it first came out, it was Buffalo Wild Wings and WEC. And what Shannon said is probably the reason someone said we probably want to change it because nobody knows what the hell WEC is.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Come on, even I know what a WEC is, for God's sakes.
But beer-wise size, you got some pretty good, decent beers and pours in there. Although it was 80% probably macro to 20% craft. But at some of your locations, they would get some craft in depending on where you were. You go in and you get like a large pour of the Ryan Guy's Truth at happy hour. It's like $4 or $5. That's a steal.
So me and one of my best friends and his brother-in-law and my brother, we used to go to B-Dubs like once a month on Tuesdays. Until we found like another local place, chicken wing place that was way better than Buffalo Wild Wings, so we went there instead. Yeah. Mike and Tony and Jay.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, because it's a national chain. So national, you get a small town place, you're gonna probably beat it because nationals are more bland anyway because they're trying to appeal to the masses, right? Mm-hmm. So,
and of course we usually always win on Tuesdays. So I think it was like buy one get one free or something, like buy 10 get 10 free or something like that. Boneless.
Well, it used to be like 20-cent wings or whatever back in the day.
Yeah.
So you could load up on pretty cheap.
I remember going to Hooters when it was triple nickel night, 15 cents.
Hooters, that would have been another. Hooters would have been another one I could have put on the list there. Yeah.
Well,
I was never a huge fan. I was never a huge fan of their food though.
No, yeah. Even
you didn't go to Hooters for the food. You never go to Hooters for the food.
Well, after a point, you didn't go for the Hooters either because the dress code changed or something happened. Like,
Listen, I
There's,
did this.
there's not even a hooting at Hooters. What's going on?
Right? I remember
They all close around here, so
when me and Todd were dating and there was a Hooters, I'm like, let's go to Hooters. And we went to Hooters and I'm like,
those poor girls.
Yeah.
like cross-eyed, and I'm like, oh, come back here.
Wow, what Hooters did you
She's
go
getting,
to?
no, she's getting
Right?
You're not going to Hooters. Like, what?
Shannon's looking around. That one's in a wheelchair. What the hell?
Yeah.
She's rolling over to take their order.
I'm just like,
Like, give me a
okay.
minute, but right there.
Yeah, no.
Are you sure you're at Hooters?
We went to Hooters and she did. And none of them had big Hooters. None of them had big Hooters.
Yeah, some you can't even get a who out of, you know.
Yeah. Woo.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Now we got a real
guy.
invasion going on here.
Oh,
Now we
look.
bring in the Canadian Kojak.
Wow. Man,
We're
what did I
all-
drop into?
We're all bald
Oh,
tonight
man.
though, right? So it's all good.
I'm
Oh,
bald with just a little bit of hair. That's all.
it was a
That's
bald
all.
joke.
Yeah.
It was a bald
You
joke.
doing a Homer Simpson hanging on to that little strand? Well, Shane's not. Shane's got hair. He just wears
I
a
don't
hat
shave
like
it all
I
the way
do.
down.
But
So that's
Good
I
hair.
usually shave mine all down. Yeah. Actually, it's just on the sides. He never takes the hat off, so we really don't know. He might be bald up there. He might be having some George Costanza thing in there going on.
I know
We
it's
don't
funny. Like I said, there was a ton of people who thought I was bald because I always wear my hat like all the time. Unless I'm at work, I always have this hat on. And then I had it off one time during a beer review, and people were like, "Oh my god, you got hair!" I'm like, "Yeah, I got hair."
We have a
Hair.
friend that wears
Yeah,
bald.
I got hair.
I always wears. I'm like, and then I'm like, you have good hair. Why are you always
Yeah, he's got
wearing
a
hat?
full head of hair, and he's always I've never seen him without a hat on.
But I
honestly.
wear hats sometimes, and it's just because. But like, you have a good head of hair. He asks, I'm like, you just don't want to fucking mess with it, so you put a hat on, and you don't have to mess with it. You know.
Yeah.
Which is why us guys that don't have hair don't wear hats, because we ain't got to worry about that shit. So it's like, okay.
I mean, I shave my head. I wear my hat still, but you know.
Well,
yeah.
they're not. I like a man.
I was
in
thinking
a-
earlier, like I always wear a cap. I'm like, I wonder if I could
Sorry,
be
Rick,
buried
I
in a
didn't-
cap.
I don't
I've
know
never
what's
seen
that.
anybody get buried. I haven't seen anybody get buried in a cap before. I'm like, I always wear a hat. I feel like when I'm dead, they won't even recognize me if I don't have a cap on. So maybe I should be buried. Put in my thing, bury me in a cap.
Right?
It's an
I-
option.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are like, this doesn't look right. He doesn't look the same. Like, you know, I gotta
Yeah,
put a
this-
cap on. Oh,
like,
there
what's-
he is.
Yeah, put the cap on. Oh yeah, that's it. I remember that guy now.
Yeah.
We did that for my dad. He got cremated, but so we put a hat on his casket when he died or whatever, just like, okay, because he always had a hat on also.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's
oh,
cool to do though.
put the hat there, and it's all good.
And a
Yeah.
horseshoe. I mean, the horseshoe
The
wasn't.
horseshoe, yeah, because he likes to put
Yes.
horseshoes, and yeah,
What the hell's going on over there?
I put him upstairs.
Oh,
Vanessa said all four near her location closed abruptly. TGIF and 99 restaurant closed back in December. I don't even know 99 restaurant. That's a different chain I never heard of.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that like the dollar store restaurant?
yeah, right.
I like that.
All menu items are 99 cents. I don't know if I'd want to eat there. I mean, honestly.
It's a
Get
full
the
buffet
abs-
for 99 cents. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Wow.
You ask no questions.
Yeah, right. Like,
Uh,
damn, that's the best $5 meal I ever had, but I'll pay for it later.
Is Blake upstairs too, or is he outside though?
He's over there.
Cheers, Drew.
Okay.
And JT in the house. Hey, friends. Hope you stay. Definitely. Yeah, we got like the cold weather. Well, I got two Canadians here, so let me go back and say in America, we got the cold weather kind of where I'm at.
Hey,
with Todd
they're in
Shannon. I
America,
think we're like in a
too. They're in America too.
They're in North America. They're part of North
Yes.
America. I mean, they're 51st state almost. So
Oh, here we go again.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
But yes, actually today we got above freezing, so we were around 33, 34 degrees, I think. So, but it's supposed to drop to tonight, so we'll
I don't
see.
even
I
know.
think we got all that southern snow today. That's it. We
Yeah,
got.
we got about
All that,
what is that, Shane? About 5 inches out there, maybe 6 inches.
yeah, probably something like that.
Which is nothing for you guys. You're used to it. So that shut down Georgia. Brian wouldn't know what to do with that much snow.
Well, it was great. All the pictures and videos he posted up there. It was awesome.
It was.
They were like skiing in Georgia. I'm like, who breaks out skis for like 5 inches? Like here we're used to that. Nobody breaks out skis. But in Georgia,
No.
they're like, oh, we can get our skis out. It's 5 inches of snow. Like that's nothing. Like, but to them,
But that's a lot to them, right? Like, they don't get it.
Yeah. They got out there and started doing what they were doing. I seen people sliding downhill, but I don't think they were used to it because I'm like, well, if you're going to ski downhill, how are you getting back up? Because you don't got a ski lift, so you got to turn around and carry them back up. You can try to ski back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ski back up. You got to take them off and walk back up again. They're like, okay, I'm going to go one time and that's it. They're going to learn their lesson.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sleds are okay, but when you're doing it with skis, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Emerson in the house. What is up, my friend? Hey, gang, what's up? A Midwesterner and a Canadian discuss a business matter. It simply ends up in an exchange of compliments and niceties. It's not exactly Glengarry Glen Ross. Let's drink fancy beer.
That's great.
There you go. I love it.
It's always fun living in Emerson's world, I tell you. Glengarry Glen Ross, one of my favorite sales movies of all time. Which I think if you're in sales, you get the humor of it and stuff. But at the same point, if you're in sales, you're kind of scary on some of the stuff that took place in that movie.
Right.
It walks a fine line.
Yes.
But Alec Baldwin was also in his part. So always be closing. Emerson's up, Vanessa and JT. Poll, all 4 choices are poor. So I couldn't make well, none of us live by the bad apple, JT.
Right.
All of us can't be spoiled by the bad apple.
Thanks, Rod. You had to mention that, didn't you?
One of the best burger places ever in Chicago. Anywhere, really. But in Chicago, where JT's at, awesome place.
So,
that's why I said national chain.
Yeah, so we were right across the street from one of those when we were down there in Chicago. I'm really feeling slighted now that we didn't cross over and grab one.
Which one were you across from?
You went to Hot Butcher, didn't you?
We went to Hot Butcher, yes.
You were across from Bad Apple. You didn't go to Bad Apple.
I didn't know about it.
Ray,
We didn't know.
Ray, I'd be totally.
Oh my God, you guys would have loved that place.
I'm a little bit upset right now.
But you know,
You know what? I can't do this anymore.
but you know what? In all fairness, when we were at Hot Butcher, I didn't want to leave Hot Butcher like ever. I'm like, I can move in here. This place is great.
Yeah. Well, you could have stayed there. Bad Apple would have walked the food across the street to you. You could have ordered from them.
Perfect. There we go. We should have done that.
Yeah.
You're not helping. That does not help.
Yeah, the play would have been the Hot Butcher, drink beer all day, take a break, go eat a big ass burger, and then come back and drink more beer. That'd been like the perfect day right there.
Well, since you guys missed it, let's
Sorry, Shane.
let's take a visit on their menu so you can just see what you may have missed there.
Really?
Right?
Now Roger just wants to rub it in.
Wow. First you cut us open. Now you're poking your finger in it.
He's have some salt in this
I can't wait till the salt comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of can't help it because I just finished the first season of Jack Reacher, so I'm like in a kind of that pain-giving type mode. So,
you gotta catch up, man.
no, yeah, I'm about to start the second season this weekend. All right, so here we go. Bad Apple. Why don't we start the Bears burger, smoked brisket, chipotle cheddar, sauce, and on a pretzel bun. We could go to the Southern Dandy. Grilled local Spanish sweet onion pepper jack, house cured buckboard molasses bacon, sweet. Oh, so it got cut off there because there's so much stuff. Sweet and spicy dandy sauce. So there you go with that one. Right, Elvis's Last Supper.
That's
peanut butter,
got.
bacon, sweet plantains, and pepper jelly.
That's what she got. You ordered that one.
Feeling a little fancy? You can get the Wagyu burger, 45-day dry-aged prime Wagyu beef burger, served chef's choice of toppings. So they make that decision for you. Let's see here.
How much is that one?
The Wagyu one,
Wagyu,
$27. 27. Fries included too, So you could go just beyond the Thunderdome. Braised short rib, white cheddar, beer batter onion rings, horseradish sauce, and all done on a pretzel bun as well.
I'm thinking the one I had like the pulled pork or something on it.
Well, there's a Smokezilla that has the smoked pulled pork, bacon, Carolina mustard sauce, and coleslaw. Does that sound like the one you had there, maybe?
Yeah, I got it. I think I got that one without the coleslaw.
Yeah,
I'm not
and then
a coleslaw person.
then you got the Blues Brothers special, the Jake and the Elwood, which is malt vinegar onion jam with backboard bacon, corn bazzola, triple cream blue cheese, and arugula.
That sounds good.
That sounds good too, right? Where's the other? Oh, this one I think I had. This one I had. Slow burn, stout, sauteed, spicy chilies and onions, bacon and white cheddar. That was phenomenal.
What was that called?
That was called the slow burn.
Slow burn, okay.
And then they got the figs the fig is in, which would be great, I think, with like a barley wine or something along those lines. But it's a porter smoked fig and bacon relish, goat cheese, smoked onion. Let's see what else they got here. They got the Matterhorn, smoky ham, pickles, arugula, mustard aioli, ricotta cheese, all done on a pretzel bun as well. So a wide range of choices. And if you're not a meat eater, even they'll give you the Nada burger, which is the impossible burger with sticky barbecue mushrooms, bourbon onions, onion ring, lettuce, tomato, and a spicy vegan mayo. So they're accommodating everybody there.
That actually sounds good.
Really tasty burgers. Do we go to the next level? Do you want to see the pictures of this food? Or is that going to be too much? I'm like,
you might as well.
I'm already hungry now. You might as well throw them on. What the hell?
You went too far already. So here we go with the pictures of the food here. Let's see if I can throw it on this one. Pull that up. And so here's the Bad Apple Burger, which is their, basic lettuce, tomato, onion, house-made pickle, provolone. This is the Bears one I was telling you about. Look at this. All that gooey cheese right there. Yeah. The Bears. Here's the fig one right here. There's the fig. And the southern dandy. Yeah. She's a keeper. Yeah. Oh, here's the Wagyu, since you asked about that one, the Wagyu burger. Look at it, it's all fancy looking there too. So part of the picture's kind of cut off on this thing. I'm trying to scroll up as much as I can. You see more of it here than when you see it up there, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. This is the Smokezilla. This might have been the one you had, Todd. This one with all the drizzle. I can't believe you didn't get it with the coleslaw, though.
No.
Adds the extra touch.
Jeez,
that was the pulled pork one.
Oh, okay. That totally was it.
Oh, I forgot the Abe. I forgot the Abe Froman. The Abe Froman has house-made sausage link, pulled pork, pineapple, white cheddar, and tangy barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I know.
That would be a good
Lock me at pineapple.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. They went too far on that one for you, yeah. But
yeah,
if you ever get to Chicago, Bad Apple has to be on your list to go for places to grab something to eat. Oh, we go back up.
Yeah,
there you go. Bad Apple has to be on your list of places to hit for sure.
Yeah. Was that
the only bad? Go ahead, Todd. You're good.
No, we were at Butcher with JT and Liz, and they're like, "Let's go across the street to Bad Apple." They got hungry. I'm like, "Yeah, we'll go eat there." And it's like, "Oh my god, this is the best burger ever." At least top 2 or 3 for sure.
Okay, enough.
I was going to say, as amazing as those burgers look, and they did look amazing. You know what the one problem with all those burgers is? Not one of them came with poutine. Not a single one of them.
Came with what?
I like some good poutine too, though.
Poutine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. You done thrown it out there. Chicago poutine, fries with gravy and cheese curds, smoked brisket and jalapeno. And we'll pull that up there since you put the P word out there.
There's a
yes,
right there.
yes. You can get poutine here too. So there you go, Shane. The Chicago poutine.
There you go. See, now I'm more impressed that they actually serve it with curd. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
All right. I stand corrected.
This place ain't messing around. Yeah. Because they knew that we'll probably get some Canadian that complains we don't have poutine, so let's go ahead and put it on the menu.
I was expecting mozzarella cheese or some cheddar.
So was I. I didn't expect it to have curd, but it actually says that actually have curd.
Some of the places we have in the States actually do know how to make poutine correctly.
Yeah.
Actually, you have chefs. One of the places in Cincinnati, the Brew River Gastropub, they do a pretty good poutine. They have the cheese curds and a few other places. So, yeah. I mean, I know we're like the tennis below the attic or whatever that everything, but we do have to make some stuff down here,
The tenants below the attic.
Well, I used to say Canada was the meth lab above the apartment, but since you guys are going to be the 51st state, I'm trying to be more kind.
No, we're definitely living in the apartment above the meth lab for sure. So since you guys are all here and you guys are all smart, this has been bugging me. I've got this glass here, and I don't know where it's from.
Oh, I know where that's from.
Oh.
I know who I got it from, but I don't know.
It's I've got one. It's closed.
It's not one that we went to when we were up there.
No, that place is closed. That place has been closed for a little while.
Oh,
it's
something. There you go.
It's something craft kitchen or something. I did look it up because I did use that glass once, and it was something craft kitchen, but it's been closed for like 2 years or something.
Yeah, Mallory brought these up, right?
Yeah, I got one as well. Yeah,
leftovers from their wedding reception or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember the name of the brewery off the top of my head. It was something
Right. I guess
kitchen.
you have to be Canadian to get one of those.
You what?
I said, I guess you had to be Canadian to get one of those.
I guess, yeah. Why did she bring it up when we were in Niagara? She brought up.
Yeah, she brought.
Niagara. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to see if I saw anything online with it. Yeah, you can't be everywhere, right? So.
Hey, don't worry, Rod. I was talking. I was using your commemorative glass today on my unboxing video, and I was like, "Hey guys, check out Rod J's live tonight." But I couldn't remember what frickin'. I'm like, it's either at 8 or 8:30. I said I'm an idiot. I said I'm on the show all the time, and I don't remember what frickin' time it starts.
No matter, we don't always start on time anyway. So you're right.
Fair enough.
Which I always appreciate when people hang out because they just kind of know. I mean, we're not as bad as the Lauryn Hill show. We do get started pretty close to the start time, but just not always at the start time. So
yeah,
that's true.
So what time's it start? To be like 8-ish.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, JT has said I'd probably pick Buffalo Wild Wings just because I've never been to one. I mean, you could, at least
JT,
get the beer there.
Don't ever go to one.
Well, Buffalo Wild Wings is now in the lead at 44%. It overtook Applebee's and Fridays. No votes on the board for Outback, though. I mean, Outback is a blooming onion. How do you not the blooming onion? Nice beer.
The blooming onion is good.
To me, that's the pick, right? Out of those four, that's the pick.
Yeah. This is like Frosty the Snowman all over again. I can feel it.
I was late to the party.
We need to get Dave in here. We need to get Dave in here. Me and Dave can just sit and shake our heads at all your poor decisions.
He'll be here in a bit. He'll be in a bit, maybe.
What? I was late to the party. What are the four choices?
So the four choices. The question was, which of these national chains would you prefer to have for happy hour? And it was Fridays, Applebee's, Outback, and Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, I feel like you're kind of partial to the wings because of wings.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, from a
other
professional standpoint, I should say Buffalo Wild Wings, but I mean, Outback does a pretty damn good happy hour.
Thank you, Ray. Yes,
that's
my choice.
Up here, just recently, they had a massive special. It was like $20 for 50 wings or something.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, crap. I must have
During
missed
the week.
that.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the wings were this big, but
What's up with the
But-
little wings in Canada? What's up with the little wings in Canada? 'Cause
Hey,
I'm still
I
getting
told you
flashbacks
guys.
from
I
when we went to-
apologize. I apologize for the goddamn wings at Taps.
You get-
I haven't been to Taps in a very long time, and I can't even remember if I even had wings there.
Two
No, I was almost embarrassed.
Two quotes from Niagara that stuck out with me. Brian the
Thank
beer
you.
snob drinking his beer from Niagara Falls, saying it tastes like charcoal briquette. And then me eating the wings, and Chris like asking, "Are those like pigeon wings?"
That's what I was gonna say. Like, they're like so.
They were small, man.
What's going on here?
Oh my god, they were small.
I mean, I feel like that's what Shaq looks like when he eats our regular chicken wings. Like they were so small in my hand compared to trying to eat them.
Yeah, they were tiny. I apologize for those.
Yeah,
they were tiny
it
but
happened.
tasty.
It was a good. They were tasty. They were tasty, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, do
You won't-
better. Come on, man.
I know, right? Well, when I host the nights get together, I'll make sure I go to a proper place for you guys.
Vanessa says hello to everybody there. And Arlington, Texas had a Hooters lose the liquor license, so they just gave away the beer as you find, or as they were fined. Interesting. I mean, somebody giving away beer, I would definitely think that'll pull people in. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, right?
Vanessa, don't start. It's not even 8:30 yet, is it? It is 8:30, but it's not 9. I wear hats. It depends on the activity. I see where she's going with that. Too early. It's still too early. The kids are still up. Although no kids should be watching this broadcast, by the way.
Right.
That's true.
That's not our
That's
fault.
true.
That's not our fault.
Yeah. My BDU hat is on the most. My wide brim hat is out fishing. And Horseshoe 99 restaurant. A horseshoe is on the logo. Huh. Isn't it a national chain?
Never heard of that one.
I don't know. Oh, are you talking about Horseshoe Casino, maybe? I know Horseshoe Casino has a horseshoe in their logo. Oh, wait, 99 restaurants, bar restaurant with classic pub food. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I see it here down 99. Let's see. New barbecue turkey tips. Barbecue turkey tips? Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
They're probably fantastic. If something sounds weird, it's usually fantastic, I find.
Yeah. New barbecue turkey tips, spicy crispy shrimp salad, homestyle chicken pot pie, and more on this season's menu.
Oh, chicken pot
Then you got a
pie.
prime rib dinner. Yeah. You get the $14.99 big deal meals. With one is a new chicken and sausage al forno. It does look like a kind of a casino type restaurant, though. I'll pull up a picture of it here. It's like I can see this. Well, Shane, you could probably relate then too, right? So
Yeah, probably for sure, yeah.
Yeah. You see something like this, it just looks like kind of that feel.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
But I mean, but it's not that much different than looking like, say, a Fridays or something like that either. So, but it's not a bad apple. It's not a bad apple, that's for sure.
That is.
Okay, we gotta go. Hey, we should drive down there next weekend, right?
Bad apple's like Highlander. There can
Where we
be only
going?
one.
We're gonna drive down to Chicago next weekend and go to this bad apple place.
Okay.
It's like the
Yeah, Brad's
Highlander
like, I'm in.
restaurants. Think more tables than Applebee's. Okay. No snow here, but we are dropping to 0 degree Fahrenheit soon. Oof, yeah.
Oh.
Getting that cold coming through. And with the wind chill, does that add into it as well? Hey, we got John in the house, Ginger Yeti. Cheers, everyone. Hope you enjoyed
There he
the
is.
beer, Shane. There you go.
Cheers,
Nice.
man.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you guys watched my unboxing. I did. I got some beers from Anderson today. Not only am I very excited about the beers because he showed me some awesome beers and a couple of them he's reviewed already, but the can art on some of these beers was just, I'm like, I gotta save like almost all of these cans because the can art was just amazing on them.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I still need to get my box out to you guys also. I ain't forgot about it. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet.
Hey, life gets in the way sometimes, dude.
Life
good.
does. Life does. I got. I should just send you guys beer.
And as I hear my wife coming down the stairs, sometimes your wife gets in the way too. Hi, honey. What? No, I wasn't talking about you.
Hey.
Todd says hello. Rod says hello. Ray say hello.
She'll never be in the way.
Oh,
With that breakfast she made, she's never in the way.
Rod says with the breakfast you made, you're never in the way. So she just brought me down. Nice little bit of Chinese food here. That's nice.
Ooh.
Where's
that from, James?
Just taking you to just babying you there. That looks good though.
Yeah, that's pretty
taking care of you.
That was Chinese. We need 9 pounds of bacon. Who cares about the Chinese?
Doesn't look as greasy as American Chinese.
Yeah, true.
Y'all don't soak this before you put it in here? No? Okay. All right. Well, styrofoam should hold.
Your Chinese is probably USDA approved. No, ours is not. So.
Yeah.
Are you really fucking kidding me?
So I was just I had something on the bar here, and my wife said, "She goes, what is this?" So I showed her what it was, and she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" It was my turntable.
Oh, Dan, the turntable you got there. There you go. Suanne, I have no idea where you got that from, by the way.
Amazon, $14.99, man.
Well, I have no idea how you got that in his head. EB in the house. Cheers, homie. Great to see you.
What's up, EB?
Happy Thursday, brother. And then Vanessa Heidek, EB as well. Deep wounds are clean exactly by poking into them with sterile things. Yeah. I got to tell you, going through the first season of Jack Reacher, I was like, this is really good. So the guy that does this show on Prime, I actually watched when he was on Titans before, so I know the actor, and it was pretty. Wait a minute, you got one now too?
Everybody, now I need one. Okay.
See, the problem is, Ray, is when you attain that legendary status, everybody wants to be you. Everybody wants to be you.
And see, Dave shows up.
And Dave go the other direction too.
Ray, I want to see you put it on your head so it spin on your head.
I think the USB cable's too short. I don't have any batteries in it right now, so.
I've got batteries in mine, so I can
if Dave shows up, Dave will have one too. So yeah, it's catching on. It's catching on.
All right, now I'm feeling left out. Where do you get one? I'm gonna buy one now, just so I can have
Amazon.
I got a link to my Amazon store for you, Todd. You can get it.
There you go.
Of course you do, Rod. Of course you do.
They had a wicked sale on them. I think I got mine for like $9.99.
Nobody used my link.
Something like
Just
that.
Saying, I had a link out there.
Rod,
I didn't see your link, man. I'm sorry.
I get it for $9.99.
I got a great Amazon store of beer accessories, books, drinkware, glassware, all kinds of stuff. I'm just saying, check out the Amazon store. Description is down in the link. In the link, you need a reminder. Right there. Check out the link tree description for all kinds of deals and ways to connect. Amazon store is part of the link tree.
Speaking of t-shirts, I got to do this really quick. When I was doing my unboxing here, I meant to do this and I totally forgot. I hope Anderson's still watching because I was showing his coaster and I was telling everybody, I'm like, hey, subscribe to Ginger Yeti Root Beers. I'm like, you know what this logo would look really good on?
Yeah.
A freaking t-shirt. This would look great on a t-shirt, but nobody has any of those.
Yeah. When you put his logo right there,
come on.
When you put his logo right there, it made me think of Iron. It made me think of Iron Man. It made me think of Iron Man where you located it at.
Shane,
center.
Just scotch tape it on there and be like, hey, look.
And you can walk around. You can walk around.
This one.
I am Ginger Yeti.
I don't have any. I got duct tape. I can use duct tape.
See, Ray, you can get that. You can get that as a headband. Take that and put it on as a headband.
Get it as a tattoo.
There we go.
Tattoo
I got the official. There you go. This is the official Ginger Yeti Road Beers t-shirt right now. There it is right there.
And welcome to the QVC hour. Welcome to the QVC hour of the Happy Hour show. we're marketing everybody tonight. So yeah, this
for sure.
This will be the Shark Tank hour of Happy Hour.
Well, and the only reason I say that is like I did a video, I don't know, maybe last week or something like that, and I was wearing my own shirt, like my own Shane's Craft Beer Review shirt, And Anderson had mentioned something. He's like, oh, he goes, you're wearing your own shirt? And I was like, yeah, well, it's in case, people don't know what channel they're watching. And I said, besides, I said, I would wear one of your shirts, but, I mean, heaven forbid a merchandising guy would have his own shirt. Sorry, Dad. I'm just busting your balls now. I love you, buddy. I love you. I'm just busting your balls.
I mean, I wear my
I bet by next week we have some.
There you go, Hot Butcher. You just bring in a whole sticker collection.
Hey, have y'all ever had Grippo chips?
Of course.
What?
You got barbecue?
Yeah, I'm just here to say goodnight.
Okay.
Do you have barbecue? You have the Grippo barbecue?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I just got done eating a bologna sandwich.
Ray just got the.
Fried or
Ray's
not?
splitting them all.
Were you eating a fried or cold on the bologna?
Cold. I'm not fancy
Okay.
like you.
No, I grew up on cold. It was when your husband and them challenged me on the fried. I always ate it cold.
Get into it. Had a bologna sandwich and some Grippo chips. Put my puppy's diapers on, and we're going to bed. Thanks for having
Puppies
me.
got diapers on? They put diapers on puppies now?
Belly band. I mean, we don't like because
Yeah.
we don't want to hurt.
I mean, I know you don't want to go inside or that. I just didn't know they had diapers for puppies.
Well, one
nowadays.
dude, one is young and one is old. So
it's a belly band.
Yeah.
It's a black. Yeah. See, it goes over.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at. I'm sorry. I put you on the internet. I embarrassed him.
good.
Anyway,
God damn it, Mom.
he don't care.
He's gonna be on internet soon anyway with his.
Figs
Hey,
isn't so good. I did have a bar. Oh, you did do the barley wine with it. Nice. Yeah, I got to figure that would have been a great pairing with that fig burger. God, now we're a bad apple. Yeah, I gotta get back to Chicago. Now that I'm back in Cincinnati, it's only 5.5 hour drive for me. So
Only 5.5 hours. Just a quick little drive for dinner. Right?
only now. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like to get to Chicago more, and I got good reason. Right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Liz. I got to get back up there now.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, the craft beer. I saw the craft beer man. You were there. I mean, they keep it stocked well. So, I mean, Hot Butcher's across the street, so you got to go to Hot Butcher. But to go to that restaurant, you get a nice collection of beers from around there. Because when I was there, I think I had Dovetail when I was at Bad Apple as well.
The thing was, when we went there,
Liz and JT were with us when we went. So
when we went there with Liz and JT, we didn't even stay at Hot Butcher.
Yeah,
We
Dovetail.
had a beer and left.
you didn't stay at Hot Butcher? You got a beer and left?
Yeah, we just had a beer and
How?
left. It was like, it was okay. I guess fine.
It was
Hot
okay.
Butcher?
What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
And I don't know if it was like, I don't know, because I loved Hot Butcher, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go there. And I was like, we got there, and I was like, okay, it was fine. It was okay.
was that when you drove up there and everything? Now,
Yeah, yeah.
or was
So
it different?
when
Because I wonder if
went
you might have been tired and stuff too. So,
there- No, not well.
oh,
I don't know if it was the day we was there or it was a couple of days later, because we went out with Liz and JT twice. It
okay.
was around 2 different days, so I'm not
Sounds
sure.
like you must have been tired and hangry.
And maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
it could have been. It could have been.
Might have been.
But
yeah.
I love Hot Butcher stuff, but I wasn't that impressed with it. I guess I was expecting more because their beers are so good, and it was just like,
Yeah.
okay, it was okay, it's fine. I'm not saying the beers weren't good. I'm just saying like the place I just wasn't overwhelmed with.
Yeah. Todd was being a diva. We got it.
Yeah,
And
okay, well, when we were
Bad
there,
apple,
they were
but bad
fantastic when we were there.
yeah. No, I mean, and it's always a matter too what beer you may have chose. I mean, all breweries, it's hard to hit on every level all the time. So, and sometimes
We
it's your
chose all the beers.
feeling. Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I didn't go through the whole menu, but 4 types of poutine, Liz says, because Liz is right there with them. So I just gave you the one poutine, but there's other types of poutine there. Back in the 80s and 90s, I worked at Russell's Marina Grill, where the so-called bloomin' onion was first served. Ground zero for the
cool.
bloomin' onion.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
Going to ask about happy hour, Buffalo Wild Wings, beer and wings, perfect pairing. Food isn't too heavy, so you can drink more if you want. And the food isn't garbage quality like Applebee's or Friday. Ooh, okay, so you're going with Buffalo Wild Wings then. Now there's different. I could have done. Maybe I'll do that next week, like on the wings, because there's different ones for wings. There's Buffalo Wild Wings, But then there's also buffalo rings and things. And then there's another buffalo wings type thing that we got and another chain. So maybe I do a wings chain next week. But Buffalo Wild Wings, the food is going downhill over the years. I've seen, like, as far as the wings now, they do have some different sandwiches that are pretty good. But the wings, I feel like, have dropped off. Yeah.
And they usually have a decent beer selection also. So it's, they got a lot of that. But
like I said, they have like usually about 20 taps, but about 80% might be through a macro line. But occasionally you'll come across someone that has some good craft beer on tap too.
Yes.
And they'll be like, can I get a tall of that? And they're like, you want a tall or those ask you want a tall or a short? Like, wait a minute, I can get a tall of like a 9% IPA. I'll take the tall. Because some places won't give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you got to go with a short, right? So it's like,
usually what I say is that a real question? Like,
yeah, right.
asking me that for.
I'll take a Crowler if you got it. Yeah.
Here we go.
Like the one place Todd was asking about when I came back to Cincinnati, Buffalo Bob's, 25 ounce Imperial IPA, $5. Yeah, why not? Like,
$5.
I know, right?
Like $5. Yeah.
What?
Like I've done videos from Buffalo Bob's because Todd's like, that place you went to, where was that? I was like, it's right off of 75. But yeah, you'll go there and they'll have like, it's like, this should not be allowed. But I'm not going to correct you. I mean, I go with the Kentucky rules. Kentucky says you can do it, then you can do it. I'm good. They say you should serve this in a snifter glass, but if you would have put it in a mug that's 25 ounces, who am I to complain right now? I'll put my beer nerdism in my back pocket and I will drink this thing.
You're right, as Joe would say, that's on you.
Yeah.
See, now you got to remember, Ray. He said $5. That $5 is American, so that's like $18.47 for us.
Yeah,
but still, that's 25 ounces of a 9% beer.
Yeah,
Right.
you'll get like some of the
awesome.
Imperial stuff they'll put there. Like you get a large thing sometimes. Like I don't think they know. Like some of the people think they're not supposed to serve it that way, but if they let it get out the kitchen, that's on them or out the bar, wherever it comes from.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's kind of like you go grocery shopping. If they overcharge for something, you let them know. But if they kind of miss something when they're scanning, do you tell them, "Hey, you missed scanning that"? Some
Thanks
people
for the
do,
deal,
some
dude.
people don't. I mean, it's kind of
I
like.
do.
It depends.
I mean, it depends. If they misscan something, they didn't just like I had some employees sometimes they try to scan it twice, it doesn't come in, they just put it in the bag anyway. They're like, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm like, well, that's on you then. I mean, I'm not the one stealing from the store. You are. You're just giving it to me.
That's
So.
right.
Usually, though, what I do if that happens and don't get charged for it, that means that goes to them for the tip.
Well, not in the grocery store. You're buying groceries. You're not tipping the
No, I
grocery
thought
people.
you said at the restaurant. At the
Oh
restaurant.
no! I've had some
Oh.
restaurants where it's like I get the bill and pay, like, oh, they didn't put this on there, or they didn't put that on it. I don't tell them they didn't put it on it, but I'll give them a little extra on the tip. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sitting here thinking Todd's just rolling in the cash if he's tipping his freaking cashier at the grocery store. Like, hey, here's a 20. Thanks for bagging up that groceries. I didn't realize Todd was such a baller. Todd's walking through the grocery store getting some, wheat thins and stuff, and then he's like, "Thanks, buddy."
Wheat thins.
Yeah, whatever. To get in your mind.
Of all the items in the store, Shane's like wheat thins.
I know. I don't even like wheat thins. That's the best part. I don't know where that even came from. It's like a left field kind of.
Oh, unadapted in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Welcome back. At that point, just make a turkey leg and lie to me.
There you go.
I'm all EB. You know how it rolls. I mean, if you're having a good thing, you're probably always behind on the chat anyway, just trying to catch up. So I get everybody's conversation and views in. So and then it keeps it rolling. I try to put the slow mode on, and I'm still behind a little bit. So. Although I didn't put it on a minute. I put it like on 30 seconds to make it a little bit. The minute seemed a little too long. So Easy Beard LOI used to manage you guys, and Shane and Todd. He has his hands. True. Thank you, right? I'm still watching. I know. I plan on making some soon. There you go. Well, you're all over doing stuff too, John. So, and that reminds me with John, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up to Winter Warmer Fest, Ginger, just to let you know. I've still got it out there possibly. I'm actually going to be in Columbus. I can't wait like a week and a half for the Ohio Brewers Craft Conference. So I'll be getting some video and press stuff that I'll be doing up there that I'll be bringing back to the channel and enjoying some great beers. And they want me to come up to Winter Warmer Fest. I just got to figure if I can work it in or not. So
wait, right? It can't be a week and a half. We got the Beer Fest coming up in 2 weeks.
It's at the tail end of that week.
Oh, it is? Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
That Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday,
okay,
I'm
yes,
in Columbus
yes.
for that. Then that Saturday, we're at the Craft
Right.
Beer Fest here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then that Sunday, I'm at the WVU versus UC game. And then I took that Monday off because I got to take a break at some point. So, but that Beer Fest is going to be crazy. You know what I mean? So I'll try to get video from that, and Todd will be there. So Todd might shoot some video too for his channel, just use the camera or whatever on the phone. And that's always a fun one because you get so many different beers and stuff in there. I just saw one brewery's coming out. I got to go back and see which one it was. They're actually barrel aging their beer in Pappy Van Winkle barrels, 10-year-old Pappy Van Winkle.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
So I want to see if I can remember who it is so I can try to find that because that's not going to last long at all.
Did they have that posted? Like all the breweries and beers that's going to be
No,
there?
it's not the Beer Fest. It's just one of the breweries that's doing it. Yeah. And I thought I put it on my Facebook page, but I think I didn't. I'll have to go back and check to see because I saw it somewhere. I think I was scrolling through Facebook.
I was getting all excited too, and it's like, wah, wah, wah.
Hey, you never know. You never know. I mean, that's the good thing about a volunteer at the Beer Fest. We don't have to wait. You know, anytime they have some stuff in there like that, just stroll right in. Like, yeah.
Actually, funny that reminds me. I didn't. My buddy reminded me yesterday, and I totally forgot about it. Tomorrow night, I'm actually going to the Ontario Brewing Awards.
Oh, very nice.
So that's gonna be super cool.
Yeah,
my
that's
buddy.
very nice.
That's
Well,
awesome.
you guys remember my buddy Jeremy from the Get Together?
Yeah.
He got me the ticket because one of his other friends, Steven, who owns Arena's Sons. I don't know if you guys had Arena's Sons. I know he brought a couple up to the Get Together. It's spelled like Oranje Sons. Looks like it says orangey, but it's Arena. Actually, he's winning an award tomorrow, so it's gonna be pretty super cool to go there and actually know a guy that's winning an award. So that's kind of cool.
That's
Where
cool.
is it, Shane?
That's really cool.
Niagara College.
Oh, okay.
It's at the college.
Okay, I keep trying to get out to one of their Friday flights that they do. They do that like Friday happy hour every week, and I just haven't been able to get out there.
Oh, well, let me know. We'll go.
Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
do that. Yeah, because I'm off Friday, so that'd be perfect.
Cheers, Arizona. Yes, I will be rooting for the Buckeyes on Monday night because I can never, ever, 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 ever root for Notre Dame. So I'll be pulling for the OHIO to pull
I'm
the championship
kinda stuck
out.
in the middle there because I can't root for either one of them. So
Yeah, I'm not saying I want to root for Ohio State, but I'll definitely root for Ohio State over Notre Dame. So
me, I'd rather see Notre Dame win besides Ohio State because I can't stand them.
I like the turnaround the coach stuff did with the team, but it's just I go back to 88 and how they kind of treated us when we played them in a championship. So
I can't stand their fans. Being an IU person that used to go to the games and stuff, and their fans would come, they thought they were God's gift to football. So I'm like, no, whatever. You're out. You're out. Even though they beat us about 45 million points, I didn't care. Like,
even though they killed us on the field, yeah,
so
I can't tolerate that.
You know, the home state. So I got to pull for them. Even though I don't like either one of them, but
you guys got a team now in IU. I'm not saying you're at Ohio State's level yet, but if Sangetti keeps making it better,
it's only
get
been
some
1
recruits
year,
in.
so we'll see next year. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully he's not a flash in the pan year, right? Hopefully he's a building of something, but we'll see.
Right. Yes, exactly.
They're stealing, and then there's Lagnia. I'm trying to get that word out there, JT. Like,
Not sure how to pronounce it, but I do know what that is. That is a small gift or token given by a merchant of a store or a shop.
There you go.
Something obtained by good measure.
I feel like that's like something of a Hobbit type thing or something. Here, take this leg me up and I'll cobble down the street like something. I don't know.
Oh, like second
You know
breakfast.
what? Yeah. By the way, we're drinking beers. I don't know what you guys are drinking because we never did talk about the beers since we started drinking them. But I'm drinking the High Wire Double Pitch Imperial IPA right now.
Ray drinking nothing.
I'm gonna have to run to the beer fridge.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little bit of it.
Technically, I finished my beer. I got to go to the fridge too in a second. Sorry, Shane. Go ahead.
No, that's what I just did.
That's what I'm going to get another one.
I decided to do just I don't know something out of the ordinary. So I did just finish this. It's the Founder's Original Bourbon Sour. It was actually pretty good, 7%. That's pretty good. I've never had that before. And now I'm totally being a girl. No insult meant to the women that are watching. I'm drinking a Mike's Hard Orange and Cream right now, which is
Really?
very unusual. It was very unusual that I would drink something like this.
My
But,
family really
well,
enjoys those. Carol and the
It's
girls.
pretty
love them.
tasty. It's
Yeah.
pretty tasty, actually.
Kind of interesting though, because Shane's drinking stuff that, unless something's happened, I wouldn't actually think for him to drink because we know how he is about sours. And then he's got that there, which has to have a sour type tinge to it with the Mike Hard. So I'm like, what's going on, Shane? Are you going through like some menopause for men?
It's
The bourbon, yeah, menopause. But with the bourbon sour, it's not unusual for me to go to a bar and order a whiskey sour. I do enjoy those. So that's why I picked this up. It was funny. And the Marks, yeah, it's called Marks. Mike's Hard Orange and Cream. I actually picked this up for my youngest boy, and he's not because he went to a party. I'm like, hey, you want Dad to get you one or two drinks? And he didn't even drink them because he just doesn't like to drink at all. So somebody's got to drink them. They're in my fridge, so I might as well drink them. What the hell?
Shane, our daughter's the same way. She's like, you give me this pink lemonade or vodka, whatever. I'm like, sure, I'll get it. And they never. I was like, what is wrong with you kids? Like, you come over to the house, and we always say it's like, you come to the house, you can party, whatever, drink, but you stay. Everybody stays. Once your keys, give me your keys. Everybody stays. You do what you want, whatever. If you want some beer, whatever, give me. I'll go get it for you. If you want to pay it, fine, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time they like drink one beer and they're done, I'm like, and they're ready.
Same
to go
thing here.
At midnight. I'm like, what is going on here? What are you all doing?
Yeah, my son's the same way.
What is that one, Ray?
The Muskoka Brewing Cream Ale. That was their original beer from 1996.
That's a good cream ale.
Brewing opened.
Oh, nice.
No.
I like that
dang
cream ale. It's
good
good.
cream ale.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
So I actually picked up today. I was at Costco, and our local Costco now sells alcoholic beverages, which is so 1990 in the U.S. But anyways,
So did they
so
inside, or they have like
true.
their own liquor store on the outside of it?
oh no, it's right inside, right in the main sales area. But I saw this Muskoka Brewing Adventure Pack, they call it, and it was now you guys are going to fall over and hear the price, but for 24 cans, it was $39.99 plus deposit. So that's a pretty good deal here.
That's cheap, man.
Yeah, so
That's
$39.99 Canadian. That would be like what, like 30 for us, 25 or something, maybe.
Yeah,
It's $14.99, I think, or something.
yeah, but it's got the cream
Well,
ale, it's got the red light.
That's after the Rod J deal, Shane. That's after the Rod J deal.
There you go.
No, but the funny thing is though, like go to Kentucky at Costco, they have an outside liquor store, which is liquor-ish. Go inside to buy the beer. But in Indiana, it's all the same. Doesn't matter. It's all in the same store. Doesn't make any difference.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all based. Well, it's all based on the state regulation and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. But how is it in Canada? Can you buy liquor and alcohol, or beer and alcohol in the same place, or is it separated?
No, you can buy the same place.
Yep.
LCBO.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, with Costco, do you need a membership to buy the alcohol, or you can just go and see? Because in the States,
you need your
in the
membership.
States, at least in the States here in Kentucky, they can't do it that way. So you don't need a membership going to Costco liquor. You can just go in there.
Well, again, right,
anybody.
that's the same thing because it's separated, so it's not.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to actually walk into the Costco here, the one that we have in Florence. You got to walk into it, and then it's just off to the side. But you don't need to be a member to go into it.
Oh, so the one here in Louisville is totally different building on the outside. You don't even have to go in the main Costco to get to the liquor part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why you don't need a membership for it. Because
Yeah,
it's
all the
separate.
states,
separate place.
states do their thing separately. Yeah, because I was like, I walked, and I actually went to one Costco when I was in Kentucky, and they had like, I forgot one of the Imperial, couple of the Imperial type thing, but it was actually in the Costco store. And I was like, well, I'm not a member. And they're like, well, just tell the person you're going in to get the alcohol, and they'll let you go in to go do whatever. And so I told the person, like, oh, yeah, it's right over here, aisle 15 or whatever like that. So I didn't need to get into the main store. I was fine to go in and actually do it because by the state law, you didn't need a membership to buy alcohol. So it's interesting how they have the different stuff. Shout out to Dave. Cheers, my friend.
There's Dave. Hey, we were talking about you earlier.
Yeah, he may join us in a bit here. He's got a few
Perfect.
things happening right now. Another one with the spinner. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You got to give me shit, so it would feel weird, right? Like I got to say something. Breaking balls is all about having fun too. So yeah. I'm definitely got it out there. And I know the dates is just trying to figure out everything like that. When I go up to the one in Columbus, I don't know if they're going to try to do like another press passer for me up there or not. If they don't, that's not a problem. It's just I got to look at the days for work and everything to get up there. But like Ginger already got his tickets, I know, for the Winter Warmer. And they told me when I did the interview with them, like that's the one you really want to go to in Ohio. That's like the big one. So yeah.
Where's that at?
I don't know if it's Cleveland for that one. Ginger knows because he already got, like I said, his thing. I can pull it up here online, but it's definitely North Ohio.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just take a look here to see Winter Warmer Fest. I
Like
wouldn't mind
beginning
going
of
down
March,
to Indiana
isn't
for
it? Like
Tailspin.
March 1st or something.
Yeah, good call. March. Oh, I couldn't go March 1st because that's when Tailspin is. I forgot that was happening.
I was gonna say, I got February 1st is yours in Cincinnati, and March 1st is here at Tailspin.
Yeah, it's March 1st for Winterfest, and it is Cleveland. Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go to that one.
Great Lakes.
That one.
If you're at Tommy Columbus, check out the store called the Beer Zone. Okay. I have a few spots I usually hit in Columbus. There's one at the market that's really got some pretty cool stuff. And then coming back through Dayton, like Dayton has the Beer House and Barrel Tap, I think it is. They always got some pretty good stuff there too. So I don't need to buy more beer though. I really don't. I need to take a video of the beer I got right now in my closet. Like it's almost like I almost feel like
you can never have too much beer.
Everybody needs to buy more.
I feel like you can at this point. It's like,
Rod, you've been saying this for like 4 years, so
no one asked you. Where's my thing here? I gotta find it now. Just hold that thought. If I can find this damn thing. I haven't even used my soundboard tonight, actually. Oh, now
you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is, Rod? If you think you have too much beer, you know what the problem is? You're not drinking enough. That's what the problem is.
That's actually probably true also.
You're not drinking enough. Don't be like one of these millennials and like, oh no, I need to have something. No, just drink your damn beer. Just get it done.
Yeah.
You gotta save it, Shane. You gotta save it,
And on that note, while Rod's looking for his soundboard stuff, I'm going to the beer fridge.
Yeah.
Grab
The moment has
tasty.
passed. I put too much stuff in here. Oh, there it is.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
So I got too much stuff on my sound. It's so small in the print. I'm like, which one is it? So as you get older, you're trying to figure shit out.
It would have been a lot better if you'd done it sooner.
It probably would have been. I mean, yeah. Timing does matter on, punchline timing does matter on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go. Lanyap. And tried hot water last night for the first time. Not my thing. With cheers to you, Robert, as well. Yeah, I haven't done much of the hop water type stuff. I actually do have a thing for hop water, but I haven't put it really out there as much because I don't want to put it out there to get people to drink it. I haven't tried it yet, but I do have it. I was thinking of trying it. Dave, if he comes on, Dave's done hop water. He may be able to get some more feedback on it.
I was wondering about those because we have a local brewery that does that every January, for dry January, the hop water. I'm like, is it good? I've never tried it. I don't know why. I just never have. But so
It's funny. I stumbled across a couple of different varieties of hop water at the Dollarama store here. So I grabbed a can of each, and you know what? It was actually quite good. I was surprised, better than I expected. And then we had a beer conference at work. It was the craft beer, the Ontario Craft Beer Conference. It was a business to business event, and one of the vendors left a couple of cans of hop water, and theirs wasn't as good as, believe it or not, as good as the ones I got at the dollar store.
So,
really?
Is it hoppy like an IPA?
And I can't find it since.
Is it just watered down IPA-ish?
Yeah, no, like this was like zero alcohol content. It was sparkling water infused with hops.
Well, no, so I mean, is it kind of like an IPA? If you set one down, like, would you know the difference if you were drinking it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It doesn't. It didn't taste like beer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It was completely different.
Just had sort of the flavor-ish of it.
Well, it was. This is truly what the hops taste like.
Oh, okay.
So there was
it's just the hops and water, basically.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
I guess you could say the hops were watered down.
For sure.
Hops were watered down. Never mind. I'll let Dave come in with the humor.
There he is.
What's up, Dave?
That's Big Dave.
Yeah. What's going on?
So
Dave's
Dave's actually had the hop water, so you could probably give it a pretty good reflection on it as well.
Yeah, there's a ton of them that are really good. Like Hop Butcher has a good one. I don't know who was asking the question, but like Hop Butchers from Illinois was really good. That was one of my favorites.
There you go.
So I would expect Hop Butcher to do something good.
I haven't done them as of yet, so I can't really say too much on them, but I do want to get some reviews up here to the channel for people that are kind of curious about them. Let's see, what are you drinking, Dave?
I'm getting weird, like audio. Can you guys hear me? Like everybody sounds choppy.
No, Dave.
I was thinking the same thing. You sound good, Dave. Rod was really choppy to be on with.
It sounds like everybody's underwater.
Yeah, even like Shane, you sounded like real garbly too. So I didn't know if it's my internet or something.
No,
for me,
Dave,
on my end,
you
everybody
sound
sounds good except for Shane. Shane sounds like he's
Has
got a mouthful of marbles.
Well, now Rod sounds the same way. Shane-ish, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. The only one I had would make Shane had a little bit of staggy type feel on some of his stuff, but
yeah,
it wasn't terrible or anything.
Thank you, StreamYard, for your quality.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Very staticky sound. But Dave, you sound fine coming through there.
See, Rod,
The Dave sounds great.
really.
Dave sounds fantastic.
All right, as long as it's not my headphones, I was figuring maybe it was my headphones or something.
I
Nah,
was saying, Rod, you sound kind of like chopped up and whatever now.
I sound chopped up. I sound
To
great.
me,
I sound
you
do
chopped
now,
up
yeah.
too. I don't know. Maybe it is StreamYard then doing some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like
There's
you got
some
cut
talent.
off. Like some of the hop waters, like Revolution here puts out a good one. Like that Hop Water Company, which is like a national brand. They were okay, but they have like a lot of flavored ones like berry and citrus. If I'm going to go through all that, I'll just drink like a bubbly water. It's a lot cheaper because all you're getting out of those is the berries or, whatever flavor they want to promote. You don't get a lot of the hops.
Yeah.
True.
Speaking of bubbly water, well, before I do that, right now, Fridays is back in the lead on the poll. Applebee's has fallen to third. Buffalo Wild Wing. Actually, no, I'll take it back. Fridays and Applebee's are tied at 40% right now. Still, not one vote out there for Outback. Nobody's voted for Outback as being the happy hour.
I'm ready to change it. I'm ready to change it.
Sorry. Yeah, get your one vote in for Outback there, Todd. There you go.
That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me.
But speaking of bubbly water, I'm not going to waste time to do a review and like that, but I'm wondering, the White Claw, no alcohol. Like, why would you buy a White Claw, no alcohol, and just not go buy like just some other seltzer water?
Because it's the same price as regular White Claw. It's not like it's like $3 cheaper if you want to buy a 6-pack or whatever, however they sell it. It's the same price as regular alcohol. But what is it for? Like people that just want to look cool with the skinny can?
That's exactly right.
But I feel like if you're paying that you're not getting alcohol. I feel like you look like a sucker versus just going ahead and getting a regular seltzer water.
That's what they're playing.
One of the other brands.
That's what they're hoping. Like they want to sell the coolness factor of it, but for what?
Yeah, no.
that was my issue with the hop water. Like I said, the one that I got from the brewery that was at the craft beer conference at work was good, but they sell them at like $3.45 a can or $2.95. I think he said was his target price, and I got those 2 cans from the Dollarama store for $1.45 a piece, and they were actually better.
Yeah.
Like I made some that was better than any of the stuff that I bought from a brewery. I mean, it's easy enough to make. It just takes refrigerator space because I have like one of those half-gallon mini kegs. So I just made the hop water and then just put a CO2 cartridge in it. And what was good about that is I could pick whichever hops I want to use to make it. And that was really good. But it's work, it's refrigerator space. So I don't do it all the time, but it's easy enough to make at home if that's something you want to do, and a lot cheaper.
So what'd you do, Dave? Did you boil the water with the hops in it to infuse the flavor into it? Or
no, what I did is I took just regular pellet hops and I put them in like a tea bag strainer. So I only put like an ounce. Maybe it was a little less. I'll have to look back at my notes. And then a couple things I was reading that you need a tiny bit of brewer's yeast because some of the hop waters have that raw hop taste and it just didn't really sit well with me, but a little brewer's yeast.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Just a tiny bit of brewer's yeast. And I used a little like citric acid, brought out more of the hop flavors. And it was really good. Yeah. I just let it sit overnight at room temperature. And then I just, took the tea bag out, if you will, and just threw it in the fridge with a CO2 cartridge.
I feel like it'd be on the same lines of just actually brewing a beer.
Yeah. I mean, this was a lot. I mean, this was like, I could have this in a day. Yeah.
Well, no, without a lot of the that goes into it.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if you could make like I've got one of these Soda Stream machines at home.
No.
I wonder if
No.
The Dave's saying no.
No. I'm just saying, I wonder if I could do it. If I could make a concentrated version of the water and then just add it to.
I've done that too. Like last year, I did a whole thing on hop waters, and my first mistake was doing the plain hop flavored water in the Soda Stream. Oh no, it was like an explosion. Like you see the commercials or the videos of people putting a Mentos in a Coca-Cola bottle. Okay. That's what this was. Shit was everywhere.
Couldn't get rid of the flavor.
Yeah.
It was opposite of that. The explosion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen some hop oils. Hold on, my heater kicked on. Let me close the door so it doesn't affect the sound quality. But I've seen some like hop oils that I put in just regular carbonated water, and that was okay.
Okay.
I like the idea of putting the yeast in with that, Dave, because it kind of like that's one of the things that I don't like about like the non-alcoholic beers, because to me a lot of them just taste like raw hop with water. So I kind of like the idea of putting a little bit. I never would have thought of that. So that's kind of a really cool idea. I think I actually have some. I have some yeast and some hops sitting around here, so I might try that myself.
Yeah, I mean, I have like hops sitting in my freezer, but yeah, it wasn't a lot. It was just like a little pinch, just to give it something. And like with the citric acid, and I think I used just a half a teaspoon of gypsum as well, which just kind of mellowed out the water, and it brought out more of like a beer hop flavor than just the raw hop taste.
Right. And that's what turns me off of a lot of the non-alcoholic beers. Because for me personally, I find when I'm drinking the non-alcoholic beers, that's what I get out of. I've not found a non-alcoholic beer that I like, and for the reason of to me, it tastes like carbonated water with raw hops.
Yeah.
And it's not an overly pleasant kind of combination. It needs a little extra something. So I really like the idea of the yeast in there. That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, and I found it was just the packet. It wasn't like the liquid yeast, just the dry yeast, which is pretty inexpensive. I think, just the regular, what is it, US 05 that most every home brewers, every home brewers used at one point, just a tiny pinch of that with like maybe a half teaspoon of citric acid and a half teaspoon of the gypsum. And it worked out really well.
Huh.
There you go.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that idea. I might even try that out.
There's a hop company out there that I've been going back and forth with. I'm trying to get them on my show, and they have like a new set of like hop oils mostly for brewers, but initially like you could add a couple drops to your beer or water, and like they're the different hops. So some will give you like a melon taste, some will give you citrus, some will give you like passion fruit. So I think they're going to send stuff out to me, and I'm like, I'd love just to talk to like the hop growers and hear about this.
Yeah, I've seen those out there before too, where you can do that too. But shout out to One John Fits All. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I think it might be your first time actually being here. Although the name itself can go different directions, but I just, so applause to you for a name of One John Fits All. So,
well, I know where I'm going with that name, and I hope that's why he has it. But I know where I'm going with that name. I hope that's why he does it.
Yeah,
that's an awesome name, by the way. That's awesome.
Shout out to Trez in the house. Cheers, homie. Great day Thursday.
Hey, Trez, what's up, brother? Cheers, man.
Meet Trez in a week and a half, so that'll be good. So, be first time for Todd and Shannon to meet Trez.
Yeah, I already been talking to him, so to plan.
So he'll be at Beer Fest with us out there, so it'll be awesome. And cheers to Vanessa from Trez as well. So, Beer Fest is going to be pretty phenomenal. So stay tuned for some good stuff happening. That'll be coming from there. I realized that last week we didn't talk about anything that was happening kind of in the beer world, some of the beer news type stuff. And I'm like, I always beer stories out there I never really talked about, which I am going to bring back for those of you. I had somebody comment on one of the chats about liking the beer news videos I was putting up. I'm going to be putting up some more of those now that I have some time settled down. But since we're all here, take a look back at some of the maybe some interesting stuff on the beer news. One of them being from last week that we didn't get to, and Dave knows this brewery here, Naperville Tap Room is changing the way customers think about non-alcoholic beer. Obviously, we're talking about Go Brewing and what they're actually changing in the game out there. Shane, you talked about not having an NA beer that you've actually kind of fell into that you like as of yet. I can say Go Brewing is definitely one of the ones out there kind of setting the standard. I would definitely say check them out and the versatility of what they're actually doing. Joe Chura really has them clicking on the various stuff. And in fact, for anybody that might want to check out Go Brewing, down at the bottom, I'll run that down there as well. You can actually go into,
or you could just use the code in the cart.
No, Dave, you're on my show. You're on my show, Dave.
Whoa, Dave.
So you can actually go to Go Brewing in the link tree. You can check the description. Yeah. There's a link for Go Brewing, and you can use Rajay BeerVentures, get 15% off, and you can actually check them out. Yeah. So no, but they actually are doing some good things. Like I said, I actually stand behind what they're actually doing there. In fact, I am going to be having. I just secured today that the February 3rd, I'll actually have another non-alcoholic brewery on the show, and it will be Rationale from out of California. So they had sent me a few of their Kolsch previously, which were pretty nice. I think the review is up on that, but we're going to be getting the CFO on to kind of talk about what they're doing out there, and I'll be sharing their Mexican lager as well that they're doing. So for those of you looking for non-alcoholic type stuff, take that break in between. I've drank a few non-alcoholic stuff this week in between before drinking tonight. There's some good stuff that's actually being done out there. So, but they're doing some pretty good things. If you haven't checked out Go Brewing, definitely recommend checking them out. They're popping up, and we talked about Costco earlier. They got a Costco deal, so they're in Costco's. They're in a lot of the grocery stores, supermarkets. Kroger's carrying them now here, so definitely well worth giving it a try.
Yeah, I mean, I do like all of their stuff, and I know like we both have deals with them. I will say, to be like honest and fair, like I had a porter from them that I bought like a variety pack. The porter, I wasn't that crazy about. It just didn't, do much for me. It's not to say it's not a good beer. Just personally, it didn't do that much for me. But like their sour's really good. That non-alcoholic double IPA's got a good flavor. They just did a collaboration with Hop Butcher that was phenomenal.
Yeah, the one I just got was the double IPA. I think Not Just a Story, or whatever. I haven't had just first time I got that one, so that one was pretty decent. Because when I did the reviews earlier, I did not have that one, and yeah, there were a few that didn't rate out as high as some of the other ones. But I agree, like the New School Sour is probably my favorite one they actually do.
Yeah.
That one is actually pretty solid to sit back and enjoy. So again, not every brewery is going to knock it out of the ballpark for you, but it's a good opportunity to check them out.
Yeah. Even Tony Gwynn grounded out every now and then. It happens.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about Tony Gwynn is the stat where I think it was like he faced when the Braves in the 90s had Smoltz and Glavine and who was the other pitcher? The
Maddox.
Maddox.
Greg Maddox, yeah.
And I think he only struck out like maybe once or twice. There was some crazy stat he had against them.
I think it was like 4 times ish, maybe.
Yeah. And then the other Tony Gwynn thing is like he could strike out for like, I don't know, it was like 10 seasons or whatever, but he would still have a higher average than like most batters or something. It was like some weird thing. But it's like I don't know why. I feel like I don't know how, but sometimes I feel like he gets overlooked sometimes as being as great as a hitter as he was.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you break it in like that, it's so like Jesus, man. Once in a lifetime person,
Yeah, if you're a baseball nut, his numbers are just like blow you away on stuff there too. It'll be the thing that came out last week, which I'm not there anymore now, but Maryland is kind of weird. Like they have a weird thing going on with the whole lobby that handles like the grocery stores, all kind of stuff like that. Like they are so inept about allowing beer sales and wine sales in grocery stores. I don't get it. Like I feel like every state I've been in where you can get beer in grocery stores or wine, it didn't hurt anything. It just gives more access for people to do stuff. And both thrive. I know, Dave, where you're in Chicago, you can do that. I can do that here in Ohio, Kentucky, we had stuff like that. Indiana has stuff like, so I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of weird just seeing like a state where it's kind of like so against them being able to do that.
But it sounds like they're Canada.
Kind of. Although apparently Canada, you guys are shut down where you can't look at links to Instagram, which is a weird thing in itself.
No, just news stories. Just news stories. We can't
just news stories.
They don't want us to know nothing because when Trump finally comes and invades us and we become the 51st state, we want to be.
The less you know, the better you are.
That's right. Out of sight, out of mind, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I was just going to say I misspoke. It's not all of Canada that you can't get beer at beer stores. It was just Ontario, but now we stepped up finally.
Yeah. Well, it's funny thing here is because everybody here at the States is all talking about the whole TikTok thing, right? And it's kind of like there's something in the irony of it all. Like people are jumping from TikTok to Red Note. So Red Note is even more Chinese than what TikTok was. And like when you pull up the app, it's written in Chinese when you download it. And part of the fine print is like if you load this app, you have to like serve in the Chinese army for 2. Like people don't read all, they can't read all stuff. They don't know Chinese, but it's just so hilarious. Like you literally drove people from something that wasn't as Chinese to even more social Chinese type things. Like, way to go, way to go, government, way to go.
There's no way that's going away.
Yeah.
Well, now Biden and them are saying they're not going to end it on Sunday like they were going to do before. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's not going to.
And Trump doesn't want to end it. He's saying so. It's kind of like
extend it, and it's never going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen.
And the people complaining about TikTok probably got 10 Temu packages waiting outside on their doorstep. Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
Well, you think of all the small business people that started up kind of doing it through TikTok. I mean, that would be a huge hit on the economy and stuff as well. It's a mess. It's like sometimes it's just like, no matter what political party you're a part of, it's just like sometimes it's just like, let's just throw the dart and see where it lands and we'll figure it out later, like type thing. And it's like, no, that's not good. Like what you just did. Like,
Can you imagine though, like all the people that figured out how to make that their income and do it whatever, and all of a sudden they're just gonna shut it down and they're out of a job, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you
Sure.
close down a
That'd be
lot of small
devastating.
businesses.
Pretty
Yeah.
much screwed a bazillion people out of an income of whatever sorts, you know? It's like,
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
then, TikTok's not there. Now you got to go to Zuckerberg and Musk and go back to X or Twitter and Instagram. So
typewriter.
No.
yeah,
You go red note, and you go more Chinese.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
No, but
latest
it's okay though. It's okay though. You know.
and latest news is that Musk is thinking about buying it anyways, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's hopefully a rumor because
And
we
I'm
see
sure-
what
I'm
happened
sure-
with X already.
I'm sure Trump's not behind that at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
other
I
one
mean-
is Lemonade. The other one's Lemonade that's out there too. So I actually picked up a thing on that, but it's just like TikTok as well. So I don't know. But they're
It's
part
just-
of ByteDance too. So ByteDance is the one that has TikTok. So it's like I don't know what they do after that.
There's just too many, especially for like guys like us, and like we all try to put the word out on our channels and what we're doing. It's hard to keep track of all this shit, what you got to put up. Like, oh shit, I didn't put this one on Blue Sky. I didn't do this on Threads. And fuck, I just want to go back to like put it back on MySpace and be done with it.
Oh.
yes, you're right.
Let me go back and just pick out one song to
Yeah.
define my page, and I'm
Yeah.
good.
It said that we're showing our age by saying MySpace.
Yeah.
Right, Shane. Yes, exactly right. Yes.
Well, Shane, it was a simpler time back then.
Hey, I had a MySpace page. I had a personal MySpace page, and I had a MySpace page for my band. I mean, that was
Yeah.
just the thing of the day, right? So
Yeah. Grab another beer. I'll be right back.
All right.
I can honestly say I never had a MySpace, but I remember
You never had a MySpace. That's interesting.
I didn't know.
neither did I.
Dating it, and she had.
Wow.
I was like, oh, so what are you doing on MySpace? Like doing something you shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like cover up, whatever. It's like I didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to care. I didn't care to get on MySpace.
Oh, 4 Point Brewing Company, San Francisco, largest independent craft brewery. They decided they're going to get into the non-alcoholic scene now too. So, again, the non-alcoholic scene is not going anywhere. And again, I think the innovation is going to be nice down the line from what we're seeing now for alternatives and stuff. So, again, it's the whole moderation. We talked last week about the whole cancer report type thing. But if you're looking to moderate, this is a way you can kind of do with some of these non-alcoholic type beers as well. Or alcohol free, like the Heineken. I said before, the Heineken 0.0 tastes better than actual Heineken to me. So drinking that was like an ease, and put that with a burger.
I've heard that about the Guinness too.
Good. Yeah, I heard Guinness was
I've heard that
really
about
good.
the Guinness.
Me too.
The Guinness 0.0.
Yeah, and a couple people that wanted me to try the Sam Adams, the hazy one or whatever they have.
Just the haze.
Yeah, and I can tell you, the reviews coming up for the Deschutes Black Butte that I did, non-alcoholic, tastes pretty much like Black Butte with no alcohol. Like it's just crazy how they were able to pull that out. So
I feel
things are getting better.
Speaking of Deschutes,
oh, there you go.
the
Perfect
Deschutes,
timing.
the Deschutes lager with Costco is thumbs up. It's killer. I just poured it.
I feel like those NA beers are great for like if you want to drink a actual beer and then just switch it up like every other one to where you don't want to get wasted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like once you drink one or two, you feel like you're drinking one anyway. So I feel like that would be a good like substitute where you're not taking on the alcohol content of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You put it in the mix to kind of regulate how much alcohol you're actually taking in and stuff.
yeah.
No,
Or
that's a
if
good
you're,
way to.
if you're a designated driver or whatever, you drink one beer and then you drink
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Because I know some people that would drink a beer, but then they'll drink a thing of water. Then they'll drink another beer. They'll drink a thing of water.
Right.
But
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
just
saying.
replace
So
that out
if
with
you
Right,
switch
yeah.
it off
NA,
or whatever,
right.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my problem. That's my problem. I would like to have that option to have that non-alcoholic beer in between. In case I happen to be out and I'm going to be doing a bunch of things and having a couple of beers and alternate back and forth between. But again, I haven't found that good non-alcoholic beer that I like. I mean, everybody's got a different palate. Everybody likes different things. I understand that. But I don't know. I just having such a hard time finding something available in my area that I like.
No, no.
Well,
That's
I think
also that's totally true.
I think it's just finding what appeals to you. It's kind of like, we talked last week with Shannon not liking IPAs, and then she found an IPA she actually liked. It's just a trial and error, and it's something you'll come across and be like, oh, okay, I can get with this, So
yeah. And see, my thoughts on that are once I find one that I do like, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I want to explore more. And whereas right now, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to try them because let's say I've tried, 8 non-alcoholic beers or 8 or 9, and I haven't liked any of them. So I'm kind of a little bit discouraged by the non-alcoholic market for me personally. And again, that's just everybody's palate's different. But once I find that one, I think if once I find one I like, I think that might open up a little bit more. It's kind of like when you first start getting into craft beer, and you can't drink that 60 IBU beer, and now I can drink a 60 IBU beer like it's water, and I'm looking for 100. Like I want 100 IBU beer. I want something more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Absolutely.
Like, smack me in the face with it. Bring me those hops. Yeah.
give me a heady topper at 100 IBU. Not that heady topper tastes like a heady 100 IBU, but whatever.
No, that's a good comparison though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember that the first IPA I drank, I was like, nope, I've drain poured it. I'm done. It's the only beer I ever poured out. And then since then, I love IPAs. I'm like, now I'm just like, oh, I need that taste of whatever, It's like I need that flavor of.
Yeah.
Feel like you're
you need that nice hot punch. Whereas I was the same way, Todd. I was the exact same way as you.
Yeah.
Todd and IPAs, the first love was like Brokeback Mountain. Why can't I quit you?
Yikes. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe. Let's see where this goes.
John. Yeah.
I can't quit you, IPA. I just can't quit you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
Damn you.
Earlier this year, the federal government banned Kaspersky antivirus for Americans because it is owned by Russians. It's all BS. I didn't even know what the Kaspersky one is, but
that was a good one. I use it when I had PCs. I use that one all the time.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that as well.
Okay. I mean, it's the entity ownership, right? They kind of pick these things. It's like I said this almost every few years. Like, why the hell we still have against Cuba on this embargo thing? Like, none of us were born back. All of our parents that were born were dead or grandparents. It's kind of like Canada can go to Cuba. Why can't we go to Cuba?
Yeah,
it's kind of like this whole secret type thing. Well, we're
nice.
Cuba.
We
can't fly domestic.
Miami. Yeah, we can.
Not domestic. I don't think you can.
Yeah, we fly out of Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had to be like an entertainer or have a special visa.
No, there's
like
a form you have to fill out. And Ruby and I were going to go 2019, so before the pandemic, but it's through Miami. Our flight to Miami canceled, and then the flights were all full. But you have to fill this thing out and say you just can't say I'm a tourist. You have to say you're visiting family or you're there on business. But there's one kind of catch-all that's called on there to support the Cuban people. So that's what you check off on the box. And then you're good. We had the Airbnb all set up and it was phenomenal, but we were only going to go for 3 days. And with the flight canceled, we weren't going to get out there for a day and a half. So it wasn't worth it. So we just wound up canceling everything. But no, for us, my airline, we fly to 2 places in Cuba just out of Miami.
Okay. Well, cool. That's good to know then. I mean, every boyhood is every boyhood is a dream of driving a 57 Chevy.
Yeah.
So
well, all you got to do,
I do want to get down there. Yeah. Go ahead, Shane.
Well, just drive up to my house, and we'll fly from here. We'll go to Toronto. We'll fly to Cuba from Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, you go to Canada, you can definitely get down there and do it. But it used to be back in the day, that was considered illegal to even do that. To go to Canada and fly it. So it was just.
Yeah, I remember what was it? In the 80s, I went to Montreal to see an Expos game. So I'm I love baseball. I love going to all the parks. So I wanted to go was a horrible stadium, but I went to Olympic Stadium in Montreal. But when I landed, you'd see all these signs like "Fly to Cuba." I'm like, they can fly to Cuba and we can't.
Now, in all fairness, I was actually in Cuba last year for the first time. I'd never been. My wife has been. I'd never been. Now, the beaches in Cuba are gorgeous. So and I'm a big beach person. I love the heat, as you guys know. And I could literally spend like 8 hours just lying on the beach drinking mojitos. But the rest of the country, like we did a tour one day. It was like a rum factory, a sugarcane factory, touristy kind of thing. It was like an all day, well, it's like 8 hour kind of tour. And as the bus was going through all these cities, and I'm looking at these cities, I'm like, wow, this whole country. And we went through, I can't remember how many different towns we went through, but there was a lot. And every single town looked like it just came out of a war. And I'm like, these poor freaking people, like, this is what they got. I mean, it's a different standard of living between Cuba and where we live. I understand that. But it was very depressing for me. I was like, these poor people have to live in, like, buildings that are literally falling apart. And, I mean, mind you, the 57 Chevys were cool. But, I mean, other than that, so, I kind of felt bad for being there. I'm like, oh my God, these guys can like kill me because I'm like, I'm not a wealthy person at all. But I'm like, these guys can like try and kill me because they think I have money because I just felt really bad for the Cuban people. Like I'm like, wow, this is what you have to.
Well, the interesting thing would be that some of the people that don't have that, they don't miss it because they never had it, right? So it's kind of like when we go to we went to Jamaica, we went to Dominican Republic, people down there were just as happy as can be, and they never really knew of some of the other stuff, like maybe in other countries and all that kind of stuff. So, for them getting a resort job was like the biggest job they could actually do, but it was still, if you don't have it, you don't know what you're missing either. Now,
I guess,
there's kind of that naivety is kind of something where it brings that kind of thing with it.
What Shane is saying is like to know what it is, but to actually experience it, it's two different things.
Yeah.
Because you don't understand, like you said, Jamaica. We went there 4 years ago, and it's like, or 5 years ago now, it's like, those people would starve to get you like $1, give them $1 tip.
Yeah.
They thought they hit the lottery. It's like, okay. So
the thing is though too, when you actually meet and you talk to someone, like what I would say is what they actually down there, the people I've met and talked from, like when we were down there in Dominican or Jamaica, it's like they don't have anywhere near the stress like Americans are under.
Oh, absolutely not.
The stress level is just not there. It's kind of like
I feel
everything is just more relaxed. Like we're more under pressure in North America because we're trying to achieve what we had to keep what we actually got. For them, it's kind of like no problem. Just relax, chill. They do whatever. Let's go down here, make jerk chicken on the beach, whatever. It's all good. Yeah. Like it's just a whole different level in the mental awareness.
North America is that way. I feel like we're tenfold. Like
and
it's us. It's on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, think about when we get a beer and when we get a beer in a pub. Like we'll go into beer and we're like looking around, like waiting to get a beer. Like from what I know of people like over in England and different areas, like they go in there to order a beer and they just chill for like 2 minutes, or whatever, because they're the way they actually draw the beer out and the way they actually pour it. But here it's like, where's that guy at? I ordered my beer. Like we're always looking around, like trying to figure out what's going on. It's just a whole different vibe.
Right. I never really even thought about it that way until you mentioned it. Like, like they don't have the stress like we have up here because it's, I mean, with a more modernized kind of thing. I didn't really think about it that way. Like you said, they don't know any difference, right? Whereas we do.
They don't know any difference.
We're used to, we're used to this standard of living, and they're used to this. But I mean, we're happy here, but they're happy here because they don't know anything different.
But we're really not that happy here, Shane.
No, but I mean, in general,
aren't really that happy here. We want more, but they're just content.
They're happy.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's like when they go out to like New Zealand or some of these areas, and they find like there's tribes out there in the world still that have never really had any other culture outside of them, and they're like don't want other cultures coming in that have been basically colonized to affect them because they're happy.
And they'll kill you.
They're actually doing right. And they'll kill you. They don't know anything, right? They'll attack you or whatever. Yeah, and it's just we can't always put our values on some of the other values that we're seeing out there. But to us, it's like, oh, I would just be struggling. No air conditioning, no this, no that, or whatever. Things that we take for granted that they're like, we don't even.
I don't get a signal here. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You only know what you know, right?
Yeah.
You only know what
and that
you know.
and that is one of the. And I've said that on a couple of lives. I think that's you just nailed it right on the head, Dave. With the smartphone, I've always said phones are the death of our society.
Yeah.
Like they are the worst to me. I don't get me wrong. I use my phone every single day. I'm just as guilty as everybody else. But smartphones are like the worst thing ever invented, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I would even say more than
terrible.
a smartphone. You know what I say more than a smartphone?
I agree.
The television. How much time people get roped into shows, watching TV, and this is before the smartphone. Over the decades of people stuck watching TV stuff. Think before TVs, when people would actually read book, they would write. People would write letters. They would do different stuff. There was more other involvement they were doing with other skill set, and TV kind of took a lot of that away. So before you even got to the cell phone, TV became like kind of that big time, I'd say time waster. We all get entertainment out of it. Don't get me wrong. I sit there and watch TV like I just finished the Reacher first season. You have to start. Yeah, I mean, but it's like you have to start monitoring yourself. Like, how much time do I put into it? Like, I was watching one of the business folks talk on one of the like videos that pop up through Facebook, or whatever, and he was giving like a seminar, and he was talking about how he doesn't watch sporting events. And he's like, I don't watch sporting events, not because I don't like sports, but I'm like, why am I going to watch millionaires play this sport when I'm trying to get to my millionaire to be a millionaire? Me sitting there for 3 hours watching them is costing me time for what I need to do for me to get to that millionaire level.
Yeah,
and it's just like those
even,
type of things.
Why watch a movie when actors are making $5-10 million? A lot of that, like a sporting event, is just all right. I get a 3-hour reset where I don't have to. I could be.
No, I agree. I agree
watch,
that.
Yes.
I agree. There's definitely a reason for that release and stuff out there too. But we get. We get some people that sit there and watch so long. It's like they're there watching TV like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as, but the intellectual capacity they had before television was to put in other things. Like think of all the great inventors that came through the number of years up until the television set came out, and then look at how many inventors may have come out since then. Like people are always tinkering, they're always coming up with ideas, they're trying to make things better here and there. And it's not to say TV was that main reason it caused them, but it does have an effect. So by the time you get to the cell phone, that has an effect as well. So it's kind of like there's definitely different things that pull at you and it kind of draws you away. And, you know,
it
is.
I think that's gotten worse. I think that's gotten worse once especially now that we're in the whole streaming TV shows kind of thing. Because back in the day, like let's go back to like the 80s and the 90s when there was no streaming service. And you had, you got your TV guide delivered every single week. And you had, I'm watching, I don't know, Knots Landing. It's on Tuesdays at 7:30, but that's the only time you can watch it. And if you missed it, hey, you're freaking pretty much out of luck. But now, if it's a show that you want to watch, you can sit and binge watch it for hours and hours and hours now, and take up all that time. Whereas like, back in the day, you're still watching the TV, but if you missed it, but you're only watching that 1 hour, and that's all you're doing. You're watching that 1 hour little block. Whereas now you can watch, like you said, you can watch 8 straight hours of, or even longer of season 1 kind of thing. And because we're in the first world problems. Oh my God, I have to wait another 6 months for the next season to come out. That's what we've become. Kind of thing.
It's funny you said that because I'm kind of like I want to watch an episode once a week because that's what I grew up on. It's like once a week. And Shannon's like, no, we can binge it. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to sit there and watch 8 hours straight of one single show in a night. It's like, well, but you watched 8 hours worth of TV anyways. What difference make? I'm like, good point. Can't argue with that. But it's not the same. Like,
it's variety.
Yes.
I mean, if you watch a 3-hour football game, could that be 3 episodes? Yeah. I mean,
that is totally true. And she said that, and I was like, you know what? You're totally right. But I'm like, I think it's what you said, Dave. It's like I don't want to watch the same thing 4 hours straight. I want to watch something different, and then pick it back up and then watch something. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. That's just
I mean, to that is the change in the culture because, like Janice, she won't watch a show when it first comes out unless it's like on Netflix where they give you all the episodes at one time. Something comes out on Prime, she won't watch it until the whole season's over, and then she can watch them all together.
Shannon's the same way. She's like, I just want to watch them all in like 3 days or nothing. I'm like, okay, I guess, but I want to watch one.
Like, you know, Todd, like we talked before, Todd, about like shrinking. So what do you guys do with shrinking where that comes out once a week? Do you wait every week for that?
No, for that one, actually, we watched it every single week when it comes out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, Dave, I went in a different direction. I thought you were talking about being in cold water.
No.
Not shrinkage, but shrinking.
The water was cold. The water was cold.
Yeah, but it depends on. Like I think on the shows where they kind of connect to each other, a lot of people like to watch the Biz. Now, if it's something where they're all separate each show, then people can just break them up however they want to do it. So yeah,
right.
But like remember,
I'm kind of. Go ahead, Dave. You're good.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of like that too. Like I'm not a big TV watcher anyway, but I'm one of those guys that will watch like, hey, every Monday I watch this show and I DVR it because it's on Sundays and I'm at work. But I literally watch like 2 hours of TV a week. Like that's my thing. So there's 2 shows that I watch, but I'm okay with that. Like I don't need to binge watch the season. I don't mind waiting. Like, oh hey, I wonder what's going to happen next week. To me, it's the anticipation of, hey, last week they had this happen, and I can't wait to see what happens this week.
Shane,
I like that anticipation.
You're totally right. Now I think that's part of me is like I kind of want to just build up to it coming on.
That's something to look forward to. You can look forward to it. Yeah.
But like now,
I think that's the old school part of it. It's like you want to wait for it to come out. Like, okay, I don't want to watch
exactly.
I don't watch the whole season in 2 days. Like, no, that's not what it's supposed to be. But it is what it is now.
But like you don't
have time to wait for 6 months worth of whatever TV that come out. It's like
but even like now, like you don't have like water cooler moments like you did, like unless it's a sporting event. Like, but you would remember like watching a show, and then the next day, everybody at work is talking about that show. Like, hey, did you see The Wire or The Sopranos last night? And you would talk about that or something like, hey, the last episode of MASH or, anything like that. So like, that's kind of like gone with streaming.
And then you see
well, not even streaming. You don't have the water cooler anymore because so many people are remote. So you don't even have the water cooler.
Yeah, it's like,
you don't even have that. You don't even have that opportunity anymore. And Dave, I think you nailed it like 100%. Like you don't have that socialness, like you said. Like, hey, you guys watched The Sopranos last night, and you kind of have that social moment. Whereas now you don't because you stream the whole goddamn season in one night.
Yeah.
And like, oh no, I haven't watched that yet. I gotta catch kind of thing. So, and that's the one thing. I think I said this at the get together. I did a little karaoke thing of Mr. Roboto, and one of the things I love about that song is there's one line in that song that the older I get, the more it rings true. And the line is, "The problem's plain to see, too much technology." And that's the problem. The more we get technology, I think it's just really taking away from like everything. Yeah. And maybe it's because we're older and we're used to that old school stuff. Maybe that's part of it. But I can just see like we're losing all of our social. Yes, like Dave said. Hey, let's talk about The Sopranos around the water cooler.
I think you had a valid point because even like in work on the regular day job that pays the bills, I've brought up times in our things like. We'll have meetings on like the tech that we're using for like our data management system and stuff like that. And they're like, I don't use that. And like, why not? It's like, I don't need it. And they're like, yeah, but it'll do. They're like, it doesn't matter. Just because you have technology doesn't mean it's always for the better. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's going to be the best system because you can do this now or then and stuff like that. I don't need to go in there and deal with it. And then when something goes wrong, I got to spend an hour talking to IT when I have a system that already works. Mm-hmm. It's technology doesn't always make it the best.
Well, it's funny.
No, absolutely not.
It's funny you say that. Where I work, majority of us are in cubicles. So it's basically an open office with
half wall dividers. And we've come to a point now where post-pandemic, all of our clients want a Zoom call, a Teams meeting. There's no more picking up the phone anymore. So now what we've run into the problem is you can't have these meetings when you've got 5 people walking behind you. Somebody stops to talk beside the thing. The other 2 people that are beside you, they're all on Zoom calls too.
Hey, Joey, you see the game last night, Joey? You see that game? What you think about it? Yeah, you can't do that when you're on Teams call.
Exactly. So we're in a situation now where we're trying to find, we're trying to figure out how do we get these private meeting room spaces? How do you manage it when, we've got 4 people in my department that all need a space throughout the day to be able to have these meetings, because it's very disruptive to the other people who are trying to enter details at work.
You got to remember the old TV show Get Smart. You need the cone of silence. So
exactly.
Right? Exactly. That's it, Dave. You got it.
Yeah.
You got
it. Somebody's in the background talking about Hooters from last night. Yeah, you can't have that. I mean, if you missed the Hooters conversation, go back to the first hour, by the way. So, but as I was trying to get to your comment there, Steve Mnuchin and Wall Street Gobbler, give them time. It may still happen. We'll see what happens there. Although Steve Mnuchin is a weird character himself, and you guys might not remember this because we're all, the Gen X type thing. Every time I saw Steve Mnuchin, all I could think about was V. I swear to God, he reminded me of being a lizard person. Every time I saw him on something, and the way he'd always move his mouth or something like that, I'm like, he's a lizard person. He's in V.
Just wait for the top.
Yeah. Just a face you want to slap. Yeah.
Cheers, Jody. Great to have you, my friend. Bourbon Bounty in the house.
Hey, what's up, Jody?
John had to run out, but great to have you here, brother, as always. Hopefully you're doing well out there on tour and everything. So he's got a great gig just touring with the different bands and stuff. So if you haven't checked out Ginger yet, make sure to check out his channel. I use sports as an excuse to melt Velveeta cheese into a can of chili. Not a bad way to go. Not a bad way to go.
That's not bad.
I mean,
not bad.
I need an excuse for that, but that's actually a good excuse for it.
Hey, I mean, if you absolutely need one, that works. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. If you have
I know I had a big breakfast only 4 hours ago, but the game is on. I must want the crock pot and melt fake cheese. Yeah. You definitely got to have it for that. Everyone needs to watch Landman, Billy Bob Thornton. Also, I have not watched it. I heard good things about that show.
Right.
I'm a big Billy Bob fan.
Dude, you got to yes, you totally.
I saw that clip with Jerry Jones. I saw that viral clip. That looked really cool too.
That show is so good. Yes, Billy Bob in itself is like, it's going to be good, but that show is really good. This show is really good.
Speaking of Einstock Doppelbock, right? Yeah, I like the Einstock brews, so I need to actually do some more reviews on them. So Einstock, nice stuff they're actually putting out. If you haven't had any of them, I definitely recommend checking their beers out. Hey, what is going on? Beer Jesus in the house. Cheers. Great to have you in from Twitch and
welcome.
New viewer to the channel. Thank you. Yes, we are streaming on Twitch right now as well, and we're over here on YouTube too. So Beer Jesus, thank you for jumping in. Followed you way back on YouTube days and moved over here. I appreciate that. Definitely. Yeah. Thanks. I can't believe it's going to be. Stay tuned for that. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but in 2 months I'll have the 10-year anniversary show. I can't believe I've been on YouTube 10
years. Here we go, guys. Here we go.
And I'm trying to figure it all out, but I was going through some stuff earlier, like looking at some of the old names that were out there that aren't doing it now, some that are still doing it, some that I had one of the guys reach out from Terry's Beer Reviews. I'm like, he's done a video in a few years, but he's still watching, but he's not doing the reviews. But it's like,
I know, right?
Crazy.
I had him. Yeah, I had him on my. I did a live unboxing today, and Terry was probably probably in the top 3 guys that I first started talking to when I started doing beer reviews almost 5 years ago. And I was so excited when he came on. He's like, "Hey, Shane, how are you?" I'm like, "Dude, Terry!" I was so excited. I missed his beer reviews. He was a good beer reviewer.
I've always enjoyed his videos. He's always done some good stuff. But it's just weird seeing like through the course of time, like just some of the stuff. And I was going through like some of the channels I'm subscribed to, and it's just like I haven't done a video. Like DJ's BrewTube was one of the best ones back in the day. He had stopped years back, but he was out in Maryland, and he was always so excitable when he came on with the channel and kind of just pulled you in. And It's just like some of these old school, like, and I'm like, why am I still here 10 years later? Like 10 years in YouTube is like what, like 50 years in regular life shit. I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. It's some dog year equation or something in it. But I'm fortunate that people keep watching. I appreciate everybody that keeps watching and keeps enjoying it. And it was so funny yesterday. And if any of you, I know you guys are all, I think you're all on my friend Facebook, my regular Facebook page. But I had one of my high school buddies reach out. That's why I posted the thing I posted on Facebook. And he reached out. Like, I haven't talked to him in like ages. And he had called me on my cell phone. And he said, hey, just catching up, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think the last time we talked were in the 90s, right? And school stuff. And he said, yeah, I just wanted to let you know I really appreciate all the beer stuff you're doing. I'm watching all your beer videos, and I'm intrigued by everything you're doing. And it's really great that you're putting the knowledge out there. Like, some people would charge, like, you're just giving it away. And like, it was just a cool compliment. Like, somebody I hadn't spoke to in like all these years that are just digging the channel. And it was kind of that's why I kind of put the accolade out there on Facebook, because that's where you reached out to me from. But I enjoy it. It's great. I love telling these stories. So I appreciate all you that are following along. And
see, I feel like I'm a bazillion years behind time. So I'm thinking this weekend, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do some videos and see what happens. No, but I was like, I'm not doing it no more. Like, I'm not doing that, whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Here I come.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, and I told you years ago you'd be good to put some stuff out there. It's all about where all the passion. If the passion is there, go ahead, just fuel that fire that's burning. People want to learn about that kind of stuff.
Her and I did it for like 3 weeks, and so I was like, you know what, I need to do one myself.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing it this weekend, shooting some videos and putting it out there next week. So
yeah,
there you go. I'll get you hooked up, Todd. Don't worry. I'll get you.
Yeah,
hooked
I
up.
know. And
you know, I got your back, brother. You know that.
I know you do.
Jesus, you got that right. 513 Chili. No B. 513 for those of you watching is the area code of Cincinnati. If you don't know about Cincinnati Chili is a little bit different. There's actually a part that was done by
cinnamon or something in it.
Cinnamon's in it, but it's different because you don't have the beans. But I was thinking it was either Bill Engvall or Ron White that did it on the tour when they were doing the blue collar tour. Talking about coming to Cincinnati. I think it was Ron White coming to Cincinnati, talking about the Cincinnati Chili versus what he was used to, like kind of in Texas on stuff. So it's kind of interesting bit. If you ever see Ron White, pull him up, like Cincinnati Chili, you'll find a skit out there, but it's hilarious. It took me a while to become accustomed to it. My mom still won't touch it, but it's different. It's different now. I'm kind of used to it. And they do chili on spaghetti, which is a little bit different. So people are used to seeing that. You can get like the 3-way, which is the chili on the spaghetti. Then you can get like a 4-way, which is like the chili and I think with beans. Or you get the 5-way, which is actually with the beans and then you get onions. And you put like cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar cheese on top. It's a different type of thing. But, it is what it is. After a point, I tell you, the Conies, the little mini hot dogs you get, when you've had a few beers that night, they hit well. It's like White Castle.
So that makes me bring up a question. So when you guys make chili, noodles or no noodles?
When we make chili, who makes chili? Like these guys, Shane and Ray. I don't make noodles. I don't make noodles for my chili. No, I don't make noodles for my chili.
I've never had chili with noodles in it before. Right?
So I'll do macaroni in ours. But everybody says that's chili mac. I'm like, no, it's chili because that's what I was raised.
That would be chili. That would be chili mac if you're putting elbow.
The chili mac, yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but that's what I grew up on. Whatever, and that's why I do it now. It's like I always throw macaroni in it.
I think that's the influence of the area.
So is it chili or chili mac? Is the question.
I think I would call it chili mac if it's got the macaroni.
That's chili mac.
See,
absolutely.
That's what everybody always told me too. I'm like, well, maybe, but that's.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I would do a couple bowls of it if you make it. I'm just saying, it's chili mac though.
If you make it up, Todd, we're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat it if you make it, Todd. I mean, 100%. I mean, don't worry about it.
I'll come down. We'll definitely make it.
Yeah.
For sure. I'll make it for sure.
You'll really see it, brother, for sure.
Have you ever been to Memphis and had the barbecue spaghetti? Because that's good. No. It's like pork, like a barbecue sauce on pasta, and you're thinking, this doesn't sound good. And then you eat it, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's like...
That sounds pretty good to me.
You go to Memphis, it's big in Memphis. It's barbecue spaghetti.
Well, it's funny. One of the things Shanice asked me this the other day, actually, and I don't want it to sound like elitist or whatever like that or everything, but it's kind of like she was asking me because we were going out. I think we were having spaghetti or pasta. She's like, "You ever make spaghetti, but you didn't have the ground beef and you cut up hot dogs and put it in it?" And I'm like, "Cut up hot dogs?
Yeah.
Why would I
Hot
do
dog
that?" And she was telling me as a kid,
Why would you not?
I mean, but she was like, if you'd have the money for stuff, you would use hot dogs because you couldn't afford the ground beef. And I'm like, no, man, why would I ever? But then after I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Back in the day, I did have SpaghettiOs with Frank's.
I
had Frank's and the SpaghettiOs.
Right?
SpaghettiOs with Frank's or
But I never put in the spaghetti. So I don't know. Have you guys ever had that with the Frank's in the spaghetti? Like,
No.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I mean,
again,
I was
my
late
parents
to the game of fried. I was late to the game of fried bologna. So don't count me as being a judge on what to eat and not eat. Just saying.
Fried bologna is good stuff.
Well, Rod says
What?
game is like 2 years ago, so you know.
Well, apparently Ron grew up a little bit better than the rest of us because he didn't do fried bologna.
Yeah, I was considered to be a rich man because I never had fried bologna growing up. I'm like,
I just ate like cold bologna and cut out and just eat it just now, so you know.
yeah, that's what I always did as a kid, like cold bologna. But everybody's like, you never had fried bologna?
I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Can't say nothing at
Yeah.
all.
Dude.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know or not. We talked about this in a few episodes before, but we actually ran a poll at one of the beer fests, like because Shannon was like giving me shit on it. So me and Todd, I'm like, let's ask some people. And I went around asking people, have you ever had fried bologna? And some people were like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I never had it. And they're like, you must have been a rich kid growing up. Why does everybody keep thinking you got to be rich to not have fried bologna? It just never occurred.
That's what it says. Oh, you're bougie. You're bougie.
Right.
So of course.
Well, I think bologna was like the cheapest like meat, like cold. I call it a cold cut meat. I think bologna was the cheapest cold cut meat you can get.
I think it is. I don't think people don't even know how you make bologna. It's just like it's bologna. And you're like, okay.
You don't want to know.
You don't
want to know. You're right, Rex. We don't want to know.
Hot dogs, like hot dogs.
I don't care what it is. It's good. I don't care what it is.
Exactly.
That's right.
Birgie said, yeah, stop reviewing beer on the YouTube channel. You may remember as Queen City Brew Review. Okay, cool. Well, let me ask you that. Are you going to be at the Beer Fest coming up on February 2nd? Yeah. If so, let me know. We're actually going to be there for the day shift being volunteers. So we definitely like to meet in person if you happen to be coming to that. Great opportunity to have some great beers. Keith's my hair, rest in peace. And that's the other thing, like this the people over the years that were actually like lost on stuff too. So it was kind of new and old, like seeing Kevin from Clement's Beer Reviews, Greg from Greg's Beer Reviews, but then even like new, like seeing BC, like BC was just getting started doing stuff.
Yep.
And just
Yeah.
it's just it's just
Yeah, it was too bad about him.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, that one caught me off guard totally. I mean, he just
I think all of us, yeah.
yeah.
he had just posted about being to the doctor and he got a clean bill of health.
You're right. Yes.
That was the worst part.
Right.
That was the
and
worst
then-
part, I think.
Yeah, it's
Man,
like one time I was watching it. Go ahead, Dave.
No, Rod, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I was watching the interview and it was with one of the celebrities. I can't remember who it was, but she was talking and she was like, we all got an expiration date, but we never know when it's going to be punched. And
Bingo.
it's kind of like,
Right.
enjoy everything while you can for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I had
Absolutely right.
I had a sleep study last night because Ruby, my wife, keeps saying, you're going to have sleep apnea, all this shit. You snore. I'm like, I snore because I'm fat and I drink. That's why I snore. But you got to get the sleep study. So I do the sleep study last night, the most miserable night of my life. So luckily it was a home thing. So I've got this giant like apparatus on my wrist with then like a finger monitor and then like this thing I had to run up through my shirt, shave my chest to put it on here. It wouldn't stay on. I couldn't sleep because I couldn't like move. So I brought it back to the doctor. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work. She's like, well, we'll let you know, but I have a feeling I'm going to need like that CPAP machine.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Her brother runs one of those. It's like Darth Vader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't it that thing? There's a thing now that you can get where they like plug it into you, like on the commercial, and it's just like no machine or whatever. I see the guy. We are like so close to becoming Terminator robots at some point. It's like all the different stuff they had is, we just put this right into you, just like stick it right in, like so.
Yeah. But I know like sleep apnea is no joke. So I know like your Apple Watch gives you like notifications like, dude, you like your breathing's fucked up in the middle of the night. You're like, you might want to go see a doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. How are you still alive? What's going on here? Like, sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, wake the fuck up before you die, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do anything differently last night? Yeah, I was on Rod J's show. I had a couple beers. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah. Don't bother me on a Friday morning. Yeah.
Years ago, I had like sleep apnea, but working out and lifting weights and all kind of stuff, getting back in the gym seemed to knock it back out. It's kind of weird. I've always like, it's funny. I went to the doctor, they'll say some stuff, and it's like, well, I know if I get into the gym, I could do this and drop stuff off. They're like, okay. And I go in and do it. They're like, how'd you get your number down? Went to the gym and just it's a benefit of having the genetics and knowing your genetics, and then being an athlete years ago that I'm able to kind of know what I need to do. It's a matter of if I want to do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when I need to do something. But when your body starts telling you need to do something, listen to your body and make the adjustments 100%. You need to make. And that's one of the reasons why I talk about drink moderation. You know, people think we drink beers all the time because we do these channels. We don't drink all the time, but we drink other stuff in between, and we do other stuff we might not drink for a few days. Whatever find that balance is. We get out, get out and walk, get out and lift, get out and do whatever, but make sure you're in check because your body comes first before anything else. So
I did like all the blood work, and because she's giving me shit like, oh, you're drinking too much, the sleep apnea and all this. So I get like all my blood work done, and my liver numbers are good. And I was like Steve Austin. I want to just bust open some beers. Yeah, my liver's good, baby. Yeah. Stand up on the kitchen table.
I told you. Give me a 6-pack just because. We're gonna celebrate.
That's gonna be Dave's new entrance coming in next week. So well, thanks, Trez. Yeah, Trez actually saw the thing I posted on Facebook too, and I appreciate that as well. Trez has been a great supporter of everything, and I'm all about I love gaining the education about the beer and talking with all the beer people and being able to share that story. And for me, it's just a great fun. I mean, I've always enjoyed beer for so long, and to be able to be one of the storytellers of like I'm pumped up right now. I didn't post it up there yet, but on the beer news. We're looking at where I have it at here. February 15th, we'll have the inaugural American Craft Beer Hall of Fame. And the fact that I was chosen as one of the electors to actually choose who might go into that was awesome. That I was looked at by other people in the beer industry as being a person that can provide, that kind of feedback. So I'm pumped up. I'm pumped. Once they announce the inaugural class, I will tell people who I actually had on my list at that point. Okay. So a couple weeks out to kind of see where we're going to be out there on that.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, Rod. Thanks for electing me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for what?
Electing me.
Well, of course. Yeah, definitely. First ballot. I said, this man's the first ballot. Yeah.
Right. Pete Rose of beer.
Yeah, we got that on there.
The Pete Rose of beer.
All it needs is a little spark, right? Yeah. No noodles. I'm a Coney Dog fan all the way, especially with habanero. See, I'm a fan of the habanero cheese coney. So they have a habanero mixed cheese that you have on the hot dog. That's what I usually go with. I want the spice. I want the kick. Trez, no noodles at the house, Todd.
What?
But Skyline Chili with noodles is the bomb. So he's with the noodles. He'll do the 3-way, 4-way, maybe 5-way.
Oh, I don't know.
What is Skyline?
Skyline is so here in Cincinnati, you have Skyline Chili, and you have Gold Star. Now you have other ones too. There's Skyline, there's Gold Star, there's Dixie, there's somebody else I'm probably forgetting out there. Trez will know all the different ones because
so these are pre-made.
Cincinnati. No, these are actually restaurants that do them, but you can buy them in the grocery stores too. But Skyline is kind of seen as in Chicago.
We could get it at the grocery store. They have
you
it
get
in
the can. You get the can.
No, it's in the frozen section at the grocery store.
Oh, with the noodles and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Skyline's one of the brands. Gold Star's another one of them. Those are the big two that kind of rival over which one is the chili of Cincinnati type thing. And it's the chili that basically, like I said, it's on spaghetti. It's on conies. It's a different type. It has chocolate, I think, and cinnamon that are a part of it. It's a Greek recipe. So it's definitely different. You don't have the beans in the chili. And when most people think of chili, you think of the beans, you think of the clunkiness of having the meat and all kind of stuff. It's more of a sauce than a chili, I would say.
You know what? When I do chili dog on home, what I just like the store brand chili, whatever. I don't need
just slap it over top of the hot dog and you're good to go.
What, like the Hormel chili or something?
No, not even Hormel, just a store brand or whatever chili sauce.
Just like the Kroger private selection chili or something.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Ah, man, you guys are killing me.
Todd's a simple man. You just throw the chili on it and you're good to go.
I can't play simple man because I'll get tagged for it. But yeah.
I mean,
man,
it's all just rental food anyway. So you know what I'm saying, like.
No, goulash.
Oh, I could go for some goulash.
I could go for.
I haven't had goulash in ages.
Oh God, me neither.
Yeah,
wow,
I go for some goulash. I was telling my wife, like, I love chicken and dumplings, but like she won't eat them or whatever. But I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I could kill a whole pot of chicken and dumplings.
Oh,
yeah.
Dave, Shannon makes some killer chicken dumplings.
Well, when she sends me one of her paint,
and then she makes some.
Well, when she sends me a painting to put on this wall, she can send me some of the chicken and dumplings. Yeah,
we will do
right.
That. We'll do that. We'll put in dry ice.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you need to do. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, well, Todd is Shannon only an hour and a half from me, so when we come up to Chicago, they'll be with me. So
yeah.
See, that's actually a great idea, Dave, because I know I've been saying this for like probably 2 months now. I want to renovate this whole area, and one of Shannon's paintings would actually go really good back here. I'm just saying.
I told Todd to bring me some when they come up in a couple of weeks. Put them in the car, because Shannon's like, oh, I don't know, blah blah blah. Like Todd, put them in the car. So
she's got stacks of shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if she don't, I'll take them from her.
Yeah, like this wall here, I got room. Like that picture of Keith Richards back there, that's 18 by 24. So I could definitely fit something on this wall.
Right there where your finger was would be the perfect spot for it.
Yeah, like right there. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
there you go, right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's the funny thing. I do like some tomato. I didn't like tomato soup as a kid, but when I came an adult, I started to enjoy tomato soup a little bit more. And now it's kind of like I'll get tomato soup, like spicy tomato or tomato with this or tomato. Like I've become kind of a tomato soup connoisseur as I've gotten older in life. I don't know what happened. Of course, something switched over. But as a kid, you couldn't. As a kid, you couldn't have forced me tomato soup. I did grilled cheese with no tomato soup as a kid. I'm like, I didn't want tomato soup as a kid. Just give me the grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah, I love grilled cheese. But I'm
grilled cheese with ketchup.
Oh, what? Whoa!
Dip it in the ketchup.
Wait, who said?
Whoa!
Is this guy?
What?
This guy.
Hey,
come on, Ray. Come on.
Sorry, guys. I got to back up on this.
I got some
grilled cheese and ketchup. Sorry.
Whoa! That's too much. Now you stepped over the line. Now we just talking that kind of shit.
You went too far there, Ray. Too far.
Sorry, I got to go with Ray on this one, guys. Grilled cheese and ketchup. Sorry.
That's like
maybe it's a Canadian thing.
So
that's like when I see people say ketchup and eggs. I'm like, ketchup and I love ketchup, but ketchup and eggs, and people swear by ketchup and eggs. I'm like, no.
Scrambled eggs with ketchup on? Killer.
I feel like Ray eats tomato soup with ketchup on it.
Yeah.
No.
Like hot sauce and eggs. I'll go with some hot sauce on eggs, but not ketchup.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Dave. Yeah.
It's like I ketchup with the potatoes if I'm having like the potatoes with eggs. Now, if the eggs happen to fall into the ketchup, okay, that was by accident. But I'm not going to plan it out to automatically have the ketchup touch the eggs.
Yeah. See, I got to go with Dave on. I'm with Ray on the grilled cheese with ketchup, but I'm also with Dave on the hot sauce on the eggs instead of. I don't think I could do ketchup on eggs, but hot sauce on eggs. I mean, not that I can really eat hot sauce now.
You know what? You guys gave me an idea for next week, though. Maybe next week. I said the other thing, but I'm thinking I need to have a poll on the best condiment. I need to have a poll on the best condiment. See
garlic aioli. That's my vote.
Mustard.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
see, now you're being fancy. Now you're being fancy.
You can't do that. You can't just say what's the best condiment because there's.
I'll give an item.
I'll
give an item like the best condiment for a hamburger or a hot.
Yeah.
I'll give.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have the context in it. Yeah, like Ray said, it's not going to work unless you have the context of what it's going.
Yeah.
Ray one, you can't tell Rod what he can and can't do. It's gonna
Well,
that's pretty much true too. But
we can't tell the legend what to do.
But speaking of the current poll right now, things are getting a little tight. Buffalo Wild Wings is now at 39%, and Fridays is at 30%. Applebee's 22%. Why y'all hate on Outback? Again, this is the whole Frosty the Snowman. Outback's at 9%.
6%.
No, 9% now.
Oh, 9%. Oh,
so somebody else voted for Outback.
I voted.
Ray, you
I voted.
Yes, me and you.
I didn't know any people didn't like Outback. I think Outback's a solid place now.
I agree.
Listen, I almost put Texas Roadhouse instead of Outback, but I know how many people had Texas Roadhouse. But Texas Roadhouse is a solid place too. So
that's probably better than Outback.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
God, you guys remember back in the day going to like Bonanza and Ponderosa?
Oh my God!
Ponderosa.
Ponderosa, yes.
Yeah.
All you can eat shrimp.
Yeah. Funny thing about Bonanza, the first day that I took my wife on, we were dating in college, was actually to a Bonanza. In college, we had a Bonanza right off the WVU campus. That's the first place we actually went to as a date. So,
did we have Bonanza up here, Ray?
I don't remember Bonanza, but I remember Ponderosa.
I remember we had Ponderosa up here, but I don't think we had Bonanza up here.
Yeah, we had
Bonanza. Still around?
No, neither one of them are around now. Yeah.
Either one of them is still around, honestly.
But the thing about Ponderosa was later on, as you were like, I would say like we were at college or whatever, kind of like trying to save some money. We go to Ponderosa and we'd have friends that go like double days and everything. Go to Ponderosa, and this is back when the girls had like the big purses. You hit up that hot bar. You go into the movies, put some of those wings in the purse, put some of this other stuff you got in there. You save a few bucks. So yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking on their website, and it looks like Ponderosa and Bonanza are now part of the same company. And nothing near me, but Todd, there's one. It's not in Evansville. It's like near Vincennes, Indiana.
Oh, so that's an hour and a half.
Right.
That's like the last blockbuster that was out there.
Right. Yeah.
True.
Just think the kids of today never had to deal with.
First time I had beef jerky, actually.
The kids of today never knew what it was like on a Friday night trying to get Blockbuster and get that movie.
Yeah,
they never had to deal with that because you get the stream and you got everything out. Like back in the day, when you had to go there and hopefully get the movie because they only had like 3 or 4 copies in, and then it's like it's out, but the person's supposed to return it, and you're sitting around waiting for the person to hear the drop of the movies coming back in from the drop bin, and you're like, "Is it in there? Is it in there? No, not yet, not yet. All right."
Tell the poor Blockbuster kid, do your job.
That was right there.
And then they're like, it's the worst right now. They're like, we got to rewind it first. Oh, that son of a bitch didn't rewind it.
Yeah. Right.
You charging that, right?
Yeah.
You charging for it.
And that's one of the worst part about having kids. Like I know Ray's probably had this experience as well. Like we grew up with like like you said, like the Blockbuster and stuff like that. Saturday morning cartoons. Like you could only watch cartoons on Saturday. And kids nowadays, they don't understand like what joy we got out of that. Like we look forward to Saturdays. Like, hey, I just got to get through the week at school, and I can watch Transformers and shit or whatever the hell we watch on Saturday. And these kids can just like they can watch anything at any time now, and they don't have the experience of going into Blockbuster or Jumbo. We have Jumbo Video. I don't know if you guys do. You guys have Jumbo Video down in the States? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. No,
it was kind of very similar to Blockbuster. we had Blockbuster here too. But going into Jumbo Video and grabbing that bag of popcorn because they had the popcorn machine at the door, and you fill it with popcorn so you can eat your popcorn while you're trying to find that movie.
At our Blockbuster, they have popcorn.
Okay, so same thing. Like our Blockbuster had it too. But it was like, you're just sitting there eating that popcorn, like you said, trying to, oh my God, there's only one copy left of Friday the 13th part 175, whatever the frick it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's awesome, and kids don't really get that. And it's kind of sad because it's like we got so much joy out of that as kids and teenagers, when we were younger.
Absolutely.
And these kids just have everything at their fingertips now. They didn't have to. They don't have to work for like we did. Like, hey, I'm gonna fight you for that copy of friggin' I don't know, Secret of My Success. Is it friggin'? I don't know why the hell I come up with Secret of My Success in all the friggin' movies.
But Michael J. Fox is Canadian. That's why.
Exactly.
That is probably what it is. You're probably right, Dave. That's probably what it is.
You remember going to Blockbuster when you were like in high school or whatever? When you were in high school, and it was like you go to Blockbuster and you're like, you're in that age of, puberty and all that stuff. So you're liking the chicks and all that kind of stuff. And then a girl comes in from the school you're actually liking, and you're like, you're nervous, like, because your parents might be there. And you're like, oh, don't embarrass me. Like, you tell your parents, don't embarrass me, like, type thing or whatever. And then you get to talk to her, and she's like, what are you getting? And you're like, what are you getting? And you're trying to, you had the little mingling that would take place in there too at the Blockbusters back in the day.
Yeah.
And then you're telling her you're getting Porkies or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't know what your dads were like.
Yeah.
My dad was one of the worst people. Like, if I was like say me and my dad were at a Blockbuster, and like you said, you run into a girl, it was, even remotely cute. And you say, oh, hi. And they're like, oh, how do you know her? Oh, that's a girl I go to school with. And my dad's like, oh, yeah, she's pretty hot. Eh? You going to start dating her? I'm like, Dad, shut the frick up. You're like 13, especially when you're like 12, 13.
Do you want this? Whatever it was.
Yeah, my dad was the worst. He would do it on purpose. My dad would do it on purpose and just sit there. Like, that's the best thing ever. I think I just lost one.
One of your things went out there? Yeah.
Yeah.
The shingle was something. Like, if Vanessa was here, Vanessa's always talking about the shit in the shingle in the military and stuff. Yeah, we all.
Yeah, shingles.
I remember that stuff. You would get that in school too back in the day. Yeah. I can't drive in my life. Oh, okay. That sucks. Yeah, Greg got passed this year. Kevin from Clemens Homebrew, as well. I snort and fart, and she tells me to go to the couch.
Yep. Been there.
Yeah. Not like your wife waking you up mid-sleep, like, you just did it. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Standing like Steve Austin, end up like Bill Goldberg.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, Camp Washington is another one. Empress probably has the best chili that in the area that I enjoy the most. Although Dixie chili is pretty good as well. But
Empress.
Gold Star and Skyline get the big marquee.
So is that kind of like Philadelphia and their cheesesteaks, where you got like Geno's and Pat's, and like, do people in Cincinnati fight over which is the best chili?
Let's correct that right now. Being someone that grew up on the Jersey side, but just outside Philly, Geno's and Pat's are the tourist traps. Like, you would tell me, go to Chicago, don't go to Giordano's. We want you to go over here type thing, right? But
you're right. Yes.
People have their people do differ on the different ones here with Skyline and Gold Star. Like, look, I'm more of a Gold Star fan because Gold Star had the regular like chili sauce, but they also had Tex-Mex chili, which I actually like, which is more chili we'd be accustomed to with the beans and the meat and all that kind of stuff. But I'd be somewhere and they'd be like, oh, we like Skyline. Well, I like Gold Star. They'd be like, oh, he said Gold Star. Like, it can get ugly at some points. Like, people do draw the lines on some chili. Yeah. But I'm like, well, if Skyline is so good, why is Gold Star the chili of the Reds and the Bengals? They're the professional team. And they're like, oh, they paid for that, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. But Camp Washington, I've heard good things about as well. But Empress is probably my favorite of all of them.
So
you
funny,
guys think it's weird with chili? Go ahead.
So I was just going to say, I would never, ever think of taking chili out of a can or a bag or a freezer pack or That's homemade, man. It sounds so sacrilegious.
Right, exactly. Right. Yes.
I am struggling with this whole talk of these national brands of chili.
One thing you'll
You're
learn when you
totally
become
right.
the 51st state, we don't do shit right all the time.
Ain't gonna
Here
happen.
we go.
Ain't gonna
Here
happen.
we go.
First, hey, you'll learn soon. You'll learn soon.
All right, well,
Go get it.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but the clock just turned 10:30. This is a school night. I'm gonna have to check out.
All right,
Always a-
right. Well,
Always
great to
a
have you,
pleasure.
brother.
Yeah,
All
always
right,
a pleasure to see
Take
you
care of
guys.
yourself.
See,
And,
right?
here, Ray. Take care, buddy.
Cheers, brother.
Ciao, my friends. Take
Yeah.
care.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
See you, Ray.
He's going to do some research on that chili.
Yeah.
Hopefully my audio is
Oh, I
not too
gotta
bad.
go.
I lost my earbuds. They need to get recharged, so hopefully it's not too
Okay.
bad.
I still
I
get
apologize.
like choppy on my end. Still.
It's just a little like staticky, but I mean, it's still coming through okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the tartar sauce on the cheeseburger. So before we freak Shane out here,
Dude,
Wait, what?
that's Frisch's Big Boy. You have a Big Boy. They have tartar sauce on their
I
burger.
don't like tartar sauce.
Yeah.
no.
If you ever have Frisch's, then you had their Big Boy. You had tartar sauce on their burger. That's what they do. I mean, McDonald's put Thousand Island on their Big Mac. This is the Frisch's thing. Put tartar sauce on a burger. So
I'm out.
I was never a huge Frisch's person. Well, you ever been to Shoney's? Shoney's is the same company as Frisch's, and they do it there too. So
Yeah, but I don't like tartar sauce. I always get it without.
Yeah.
yeah. It's definitely Cincinnatian. It's definitely a Cincinnati. I don't know if it's Cincinnatian because they got other stuff in other states where they do the same thing. So that's their formula. Camp Washington. Price Hill Chili. That's another one. Staple of Cincinnati. All are awesome. Yeah.
All those spots are like all like fast food restaurants or like sit down place. Like what kind of places are they?
They're like sit down. I mean, you can get it and
All
take it out. Some will have a drive through here, like Skyline and Gold Star will have a drive through if you want to drive through. But a lot of them are sit down. Camp Washington, Price Hill. A lot of people go there. You know, a little outing with the family. Dixie Chili, kind of the same way. They also give you like little oyster crackers to go with this stuff as well. Kind of people will wait for their food. Have oyster crackers to snack on. They'll put hot sauce on the oyster crackers. There's different little. It's definitely Cincinnati. It's a Cincinnati type. It's like Get It. Like Get It is a Cincinnati thing. Which if you don't know what Get It is kind of like Scrapple in the Northeast, except it's made like I think with the Get It they use flaked oats and Scrapple. They do it a different way, but it's basically pork that's kind of put together. And they have a Get It Fest here, which is kind of crazy because they'll make Get It burgers and Get It dogs and all kinds of different stuff. Get It.
So is the Camp Washington Chili Cincinnati only?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Cincinnati only, right?
Okay.
Price Hill, Cincinnati, Empress is Cincinnati. The only ones you'll see outside of this area are Skyline, like Gold Star sometimes. But Skyline tried different states and they failed in a lot of places. Although Dave said, like, you get in the freezer type thing. They tried to put restaurants in places and it just didn't work as well, except if you go to Western Florida, because a lot of Cincinnati natives go down to Sarasota when it's like cold up here and they have like Skyline down there on like that Western side.
To be honest, I think they're terrible.
You think what?
I think Skyline and both of those are terrible.
That happens for people outside there. It took me a while to acquire the taste for it, but
like my buddy was like, I'd rather go to Wendy's and get chili than eat this shit.
You're right. Yes. So
hell yeah, Trez, you can go with us to Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Trez.
Trez. Anytime you come up here, Trez, let me know.
Yeah, we'll get you all around up there for sure. Chicago's such a fun. That's one thing I told her when we moved back to Cincinnati. I'm like, I'm definitely going to Chicago more being back. Kind of took an advantage from being there before that we moved out. Now I'm being back. I want to get up there more and do stuff. What's up, Big Daddy in the house coming in late, dog? Triple sour monkey for victory. That'll get you where you want to go.
Yeah.
Badass German goulash. Yeah.
Right. Just remember, if you guys go to Chicago, you got to come through our way to get up there. So.
No. Not us. You're southwest of me.
Yeah, but you still got to come up this way to go to Chicago.
No, I just go north. You got to come up.
Meet him halfway, Rod. Come on, man.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, like this is like old Western. We're burning daylight.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Who cares? Here, we're meet in the middle. Just meet in the middle.
Yeah. We'll get it connected, right? Hot sauce and eggs. I do the hot sauce and eggs. I do like my hot sauce. Like a good Crystal. Yeah. I use Crystal. I'll do what's the other hot sauce? The Red Hot. Definitely, I'll use that at times. The one I have now, I think I have Frank's is what I have. Not Frank's. Right. Frank's is a Red Hot. What's the other one? Louisiana. I have Louisiana there right now. Louisiana hot sauce. Yeah.
Like Cholula. I love Cholula.
Yeah.
Like my wife's Mexican American. My wife has, if I went in the cabinet now, I would need a tray because she's got like 6 or 7 different hot sauces. No, this one's for eggs. This one's for this. This one's for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those of you, if you didn't see the shorts I put up when we were talking the other day about Jungle Gyms last week, I made a shorts out of it. That is an actual photo shoot of just part of Jungle Jim's hot sauce wall that I have in that video. It's incredible. Like the hot sauces in there are it'll blow your mind. Like Shane, we have this place Jungle Gyms where people go to get beer and all. It's an international food market, so they get other stuff. The hot sauce off area alone is bigger than most people's offices that they actually have.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
From all over the world, all these different hot sauces.
If you and Suann actually come down here, we will go an hour and a half to Jungle Gyms just so you can see it because it's phenomenal. I mean, it's like every single section is just like what? It's a whole grocery store in itself.
So, like the size of it, what is it like a Costco size or like grocery store size?
It's probably I would say. No, it's freaking bigger than like a Costco or something.
Okay.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah.
Huge.
It's definitely bigger than that.
No, it's huge.
This is just one part of it right here on this wall. That's not including the aisles that they actually have for other hot sauces.
For the beer,
the side.
Hot sauce. Yeah,
No, just the hot sauce. That's just the hot sauce. That's like
just
the hot sauce end wall. That's just hot sauce on the end wall.
What's that truck up on the top of that one picture?
That's the fire engine truck they have there. So here's like another look at it there as well.
One set, yes, it's like a whole sectional room. You know,
so you can pull it off here.
Hot sauces. It's unreal.
Yeah,
it's
insane, man. So much. Like all back in here is other hot sauces. Like this is just right there what they have. That's just the focal point. There's hot sauces all around this thing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then their beer section is way better than 99% of the stores you go to.
Yeah. The beer section is huge. And they got the taps and stuff there. It's like, you know, like we talked about one of our buddies, Tom, the beer whisperer, who came up from Missouri for the first time and went there. He literally was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, he's 2 hours in. He's like, I'm leaving. And his wife was like, don't you like this beer over here? He's like, I don't want to see another beer. I'm done. I can't handle all of this.
I'm out.
So when you have like a beer YouTuber tapping out, you know you got a lot of shit taking place.
Yeah.
And that's
I posted
insane.
a video on it one time, and our buddy Craig from Kent Beer Reviews, he was just like, fuck, I'd never leave. Like, I would just say, go ahead and leave. I'll turn the lights off later. You know,
I would just say, like, that would be a destination trip to spend like 2 days, stay in a hotel, whatever, go to Jungle Gyms, go to the hotel, go back to gyms, see the rest. I've never seen the whole thing, and I've been there like 4 times. I've never seen the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
Catch the Reds game, go to Jungle Gyms.
It's stupid, man. It is.
My wife won't even entertain the idea of going to Jungle Gyms with me because she just knows it's like an all day type thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's crazy. Holy crap.
All day we cut it short. Like all day is not even long enough.
I mean, they literally have like food places in Jungle Gyms because it's like, I need a break. I need to get something to eat. I got to get some nutrients in me. You can literally sit down there and eat and have a beer or whatever, and then go back up and finish your shopping. So it's like, yeah. So people tap out the first time. It's just a lot. It's a lot that you get.
I mean, to be honest, like you could never go there just to grocery shop because you'd spend $1,000 every time you'd go.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just like, it's great for like if you're an adult. Like, and that's not even that. Like if you're a cigar smoker, the humidor, the cigar section is awesome. Then it's a whole different area where they got the liquor store part, right? That's connected to them as well. So it's just like you're like, and they always got deals. They always got deals on stuff. So it's just like,
Shane,
I gotta buy it. You're like, I gotta buy it now because I'll never see this anywhere else. Like what it is. It's like you want beer glass. Like I'm big on beer glassware. Fucking like beer glassware, $1.99 a glass. Like you're walking out with glass. You don't even need some of the glassware. You're just walking out with glassware because I couldn't pass it up because it was such a good price. You don't need it, but you're not going to pass it up either.
Right.
Shane, that's just you're not. When you go in there, they hand you a map. Like, okay, here's your map.
Yeah.
Like, what do I need a map for at the grocery store? It's like, oh no, you need it. I'm like,
Jungle Gyms.
We do.
Jungle Gyms is like the Futurama adult, shut up and take my money type store. That's what it is.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to go there now after hearing that.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Oh, you have to go at least one time in your life.
Oh, I want to go. I want to go. I'm intrigued. I definitely want to go. So yeah, when we actually, I'm gonna message you after we're done the live, Todd. I actually have a new date for you.
Okay.
For a visit.
Right.
But yeah, I'm intrigued to go. It'd be kind of cool. But wow, that just seems like a very extravagant kind of place to go to for sure.
Todd asked me if I've been to Jungle Gym since I've been back, and I'm like, no, I'm afraid to go there. I've got, like I said earlier in the show, I've got too much beer here now. Like, there's no way I'm going in and not coming out with like a cart full of beer. So I'm like, I can't go yet. I need to drink down some of the stuff I got because it's going to get ugly when I go in there again. So.
Yeah, because it's at least like $100-$200 day.
Oh, at least. And the Jungle Gyms is like Zagat has it as one of the top beer places to buy in the country, right? So people know it's a destination type thing. But it's not like you just get regular beer. Like they get all the limited edition, special edition type stuff that comes out. It's like, oh, this is like Deschutes barrel aged Black Butte and Pappy's or some weird shit like you never thought of, even people trying to do. And it's like, well, I won't see this anywhere else, so I gotta buy it now. Like, right. So it's yeah.
When are you going to have the Jungle Gyms person on the show?
That's actually a good question.
For as much as you talk about them,
that's actually good. Yeah,
you need to reach out to Jungle Gyms and do like a special one-off Jungle Gyms. You know, talk to whoever, whether it's the beer person, the hot sauce person, whatever. But
I actually they do have the Jungle Gyms. I used to be when I was on Twitter, I was connected with the Jungle Gyms. So I need to reach out to them. That's a good point. I'm gonna reach out to them because they do have a YouTube channel here as well. But that's a good idea. I think I will.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm gonna get another beer while you guys talk here real quick.
All right.
We went there specifically for beers when Shannon was like, "Oh, we're doing a channel and whatever." So I was like, "Oh, let's go there and get some beers." We fouled out $400 later. Car full of beers and plus other shit. It's like, really? Now she's not even doing it now. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, why? But it was, I mean, it's couldn't even explain to you guys. Like, it's unreal. It's
driving
unreal.
home, the back end of your car is like this because you got all the weight in the back.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never even been through. I've been there like 4 times. I've never seen the whole thing even remotely once.
That's crazy. I mean, if you've been there that many times and you haven't seen the whole store, that's ridiculous.
No, I know. That's how freaking huge and how much area it covers. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal.
I'm kind of intrigued now. I'm looking forward to going now.
Yeah, because we have
the restrooms you go into and like inside the store, it looks like you're going into an outhouse, like a porta potty or whatever. You go in and it's like, then it opens up to like a huge ass bathroom. It looks like you open up a door to a porta potty.
Oh, that's awesome!
It's like huge. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like, it's a cool place.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Doctor Who and the TARDIS. It's only this big, but you walk in and it's this huge. Like when you get in the inside.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's unreal.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to like it there because I'm probably going to come down there and like same thing, and especially because you guys are going to have more stuff than different stuff than I would get up here. So it's gonna be like a $500 day for me. Never mind $200, right?
Yeah, then you got to bribe the custom official coming back over the border.
Yeah, well, I'm one of these guys that like when I go across the border, which I don't do a whole lot. My wife does quite often, but when I do go across the border and I come back, I always tell them exactly what I have. Like even if it's something I know I'm not supposed to have, and I know they're gonna ding me for duty or whatever, I always tell them because I don't want to get my car freaking ripped apart and have, oh hey, we found this 40 of whiskey that you're not allowed to have. Like, okay, I always tell them what I've got.
Yeah. And most of the time, the guys are like cool with you. All right, you were honest. Just get the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I said, like I'll go over and I'll pick up like a case of beer and maybe I'll grab like, let's say a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of rum or something like that, which is too much, more than I'm supposed to bring over. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, I got this and I got this. I'm like, is that all you got? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, have a nice day. And then occasionally you get the guy that's like, yeah, you know what, go and pay your duty, which is good because for the amount of times that they let me go, I mean, I call it a wash, basically.
You kind of owe, you kind of owe it. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like I said, I understand how it works, and I don't mind paying duty on stuff. Yeah. But most of the time, as long as you tell them what you've got. And I mean, they know that you're like, yeah, I've got this, and I know I'm not supposed to have it. They're like, yeah, just go. Like they don't care. Well,
See, I do the old dumb American. Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Like,
did I put that in? All right. What do I need to do then? Because I just didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I played the dumb American at the border.
No, like I said, me myself, if I'm going over there, I always tell them exactly what I've got.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to be dinged for anything, and I don't want them to go, oh, you can get charged with just this is what I've got. Just charge me the duty on it if you have to. I don't care.
I just find it
back from Canada is like they like you got this and this. I'm like, yeah, I got a couple beer, a couple cases of beer in the back, whatever. And they check and was like, okay, you're good, go on. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. So it's
like,
this is what we got. So
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, coming back from like Windsor to the Detroit side, it's like, I've got like this duty free stuff. I got some Cuban cigars, and the guy just looked at me. He's like, just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you tell me too much.
Yeah. He's like, just go. You were honest enough. Just get the hell out of here.
You're right.
Yeah. I just always find funny the different.
Actually, when we came down to Chicago a couple of years ago, that was my big because I had some Cuban cigars because I'd been to Cuba that May, and that's what I was saying to everybody, like JT and guys like that. I'm like, hey, you want an illegal cigar? You guys can't buy them there, right? I'm like, you want an illegal cigar? I was just trying to give them to all like the Americans, right? Because I know you guys don't get them. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's always interesting. I just find it funny on the different questions that we all got different questions when we came over the border. It was like, oh, my person never asked that. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Poor Mal was the only one probably the most nervous of anybody. So yeah, Tabasco.
For sure.
I'm definitely the Tabasco as well. I like some Tabasco, but Tabasco isn't hot. So to me, tzatziki for best condiment, the Greek cucumber sauce for a hot dog. I've never done it with a hot dog.
Oh, that sounds good.
Brown mustard, tzatziki on a hot dog.
No, I think tzatziki is the overall best condiment, but for a hot dog, he's talking brown mustard.
Oh, okay.
I love meat to some tzatziki.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in the Euro, about if I put on anything else.
I'll be right back.
Hot dog, spicy brown mustard on a hot dog, but I also put ketchup on a hot dog. So I know.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah. I know Dave was catching a sacrilege on that because being in Chicago. And who the hell who puts a pickle on a hot dog? Use relish.
I'm pro ketchup.
It's basically the same thing, but I know you like I like a good Chicago hot dog as well. But I don't have to have ketchup on it, but I'll usually put ketchup. Now, one of the things we had on hot dogs in West Virginia, which is a West Virginia specialty, is you'd have chili, but you'd also have, I know you won't like it, Todd, because that's chili, it has coleslaw on it. Oh, it was great. Yeah, chili and coleslaw, mustard. Yeah, it's solid. So, but again, different areas have different things, right? But
if you look at a creamy coleslaw or like a vinegar coleslaw?
Kind of like, I think it was more I mean, I think it was more of like a sweet coleslaw, so probably a little bit more of the creamy type coleslaw.
All right.
But it's like that was something that was common in a lot of hot dog places to get coleslaw on your hot dog, and it was good. It was with real chili. I say real chili, not chili sauce chili, but chili that you would think a little bit meatiness in there and stuff like that and everything. And yeah, that's a West Virginia thing they have there. They also have a place called Tudor's Biscuit World in West Virginia that I've never seen anywhere else. I think it's just a West Virginia thing. But these biscuits for breakfast sandwiches, like the biggest biscuits I've seen anywhere. Like if you're going through West Virginia, you see Tudor's in this breakfast, go and get a biscuit. You're going to enjoy it. Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like they do like bacon, egg, and cheese, or is it like a biscuits and gravy type thing?
It's like biscuits with like ham or egg and cheese, or you can get sausage or bacon. It's like buttermilk type biscuits. They actually like do.
Big, airy,
they're stacked.
Big,
big like airy biscuit. Yeah. So
I could kill me some biscuits and gravy.
No, me too, Dave.
You get that there too, biscuits and gravy.
Yes.
Which was another thing I got later in life. I didn't really have when I was younger. So yeah.
Of course not.
Best pork condiment, Heinz 57. Heinz 57 on pork. Oh, never tried that. On pork, I tell you the best condiment I like with pork is applesauce. Applesauce with a pork chop. Put some of that spread on top there. Oh, the apples work well. Or you get the baked apples.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that does make sense.
Like you can buy those Bob Evans baked apple dishes. You can put on the side to have with pork chops. Yeah.
Like I would take like apples and cut them into like thin slices and throw them on the grill for like a minute to get them like a little char and put that on top of the pork chop.
You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Even better.
Yeah, like I would brine the pork chop so the pork chops would stay nice and juicy. I'd use like obviously salt because you're brining, but I'd have like cinnamon and everything else in that, and then grill the pork chop and put like that charred apple on top. That was good.
Yeah.
Damn, that make me hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
garlic aioli fries. Oh my. We know one thing they also had in Cincinnati. I don't know how many other people actually do it now, but first time I had duck fat fries was Cincinnati. Cincinnati was big on the duck fat fries, and duck fat does make a difference for sure.
Yeah.
Trez, that's the home run right there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ponderosa bomb ass. So yeah, Ponderosa, the wings and stuff they had there. Yeah. I mean, some people would just go get the hot bar there, you know. Yeah. But yeah, back in the day, you know, when you were like in high school, whatever, going to the movies or whatever, and your girlfriend had the big purses. Like, grab a few napkins, throw a few wings in. You got your food for the movies too.
Like, damn, you ready?
It was like, yeah, Ponderosa. Everybody runs Ponderosa.
Yeah,
Ponderosa movies. Like, damn, my dad went to heaven. What's going on here?
Actually, Fazoli's. I do remember Fazoli's. At one point, I don't know if they're closed everywhere. I know in Cincinnati they might not be here now. I haven't seen any in a number of years.
We got one here.
Oh, you still open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But back in like it was when I was a Liberty Mutual employee. It was like 1996, 97. They actually reached out, and I was actually a food taster for Fazoli's. And so I would go to Fazoli's and try different stuff, and then write a review on or whatever. They would actually send me money back for buying the food there and stuff, which was great. Like to go for lunch or whatever, you go there, you get reimbursed back later on. But I didn't go enough, so I ended up getting kicked out of the program. But they had some pretty decent dishes that you can get there. It's a little Italian type, fast food type place.
The first time I had Fazoli's, I was playing college baseball, and we were coming back from somewhere in southeast Kentucky. Like, so Fazoli's to get, dinner or whatever. It's like, okay, what is this? I've never heard of it. So I was like, I like pasta anyway, so I was like, okay, this is good. Then they started all over the place around here. I'm like, okay, yes. Like I
remember that Noodles and Company that we had, which was pasta.
Yeah.
We got Shane and Double Vision there. There we go.
There we go.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Business here though.
Yeah, we had lost one at Crestview Hills out here in Kentucky, but I've seen them pop up in other places. So I guess it's just, if they're not selling, they're just moving them. So, Let's see here.
It's possible.
Yeah, my flirting. That's what's Revenge of the Nerds. You know what's so funny about that? We were talking about Revenge of the Nerds last week on the episode with the whole javelin throw that came up as a talking point.
Lamar.
That's right, Lamar.
Oh, what is up, Kettle? Cheers, my friend.
Hey.
Happy Thursday to you. Yeah, if you all checked out Kettle, check it out. Kettle posts mainly a lot of the different photos and stuff like that he's doing, but he's always grilling. He's always drinking. He's got some great grill stuff and pictures, and you'll drool thinking of some of the stuff he's making there as well. So good stuff for sure. My brisket chili is the best. Just saying.
Ooh.
I mean, I've got a pretty good beer. It was so funny. My mother-in-law came in last year.
Pretty good.
Before we moved last year, my mother-in-law came in, and she was kind of upset. She told my wife because I didn't make the beer chili when she was here, because she had it a couple years ago when she was here. She really enjoyed it, and I was like, I didn't get around to making it this last time. So when she comes back, I have to make beer chili again. So
But I kind of get with kettles like brisket and chili. That'd be
brisket is awesome for using as a meat anyway.
You know what? I can't honestly just believe somebody who just says, "Hey, my brisket is my brisket chili is the best." I think you need to send some up to me. You know, just freeze it, send it in your freaking Ziploc bag, send it to me. I mean, hey, I'm going to review it, but I don't believe you unless you send it to me. So send it up to me.
Kettle to make it sense, like send that to every one of us, and then we'll be the judge.
Yeah, because I can't just. I mean, just send it up to me. I'll review it. I'll give you an honest opinion.
Totally right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like,
Right, and send some to Todd.
Send it out.
Send some to Todd. Send some to Rod. Send some to Dave. I mean, because we can't just take you at your word.
We'll be
And I really like chili, and I'm looking for free chili.
We will tell it how it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Totally right, Shane. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You can't just take him at his word. You have to experience it. So.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the best, if you never had a pork belly taco, you're missing out. Pork belly tacos are probably the best meat for tacos I think I've ever had.
Oh,
I've never had one.
Oh, pork belly tacos. Pork belly tacos on the taco pyramid are like at the apex. I mean, I've had ground beef, I've had chicken, I've had steak, I've had ground beef, but you don't get close to a pork belly taco done right. Pork belly is just like first time I had.
I don't know if there's any.
I've been screwed my whole life, like not having pork belly until I had one. When
It's
I was
like
in
pork
Baltimore,
belly and every other meat's right here.
Right out there, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Pork belly,
I don't think there's any place up. I'm not aware of it. If there is, I don't think there's any place up here that does a pork belly taco. So maybe I might have to. I might have to come down and visit some Cincinnati and
just wait till you're American, Shane. You'll get it.
Yeah, 51st state.
That's coming, right? It's coming, Dave, right?
Yeah.
Well, when we become the 51st state, for sure.
Yeah.
You'll fit in sooner.
Yes, Beer Jesus, Gold Star. That's what I prefer to chili.
Yeah. Jungle Jim's Canada, it's coming.
It's coming.
There we go.
Chunkier. Well, the only thing is, it's chunkier.
2026.
Yeah.
But that was more Tex-Mex. But I think Gold Star discontinued the Tex-Mex chili last I had seen from years ago. So I think now they have the sauce. But it's been a while since I've actually been to a Gold Star. Of all the states, 51 states, Canada's my favorite one.
Hey, thanks, Kurt. That's right. You got it right there.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Hey, I'm just looking forward to being able to. I mean, when we become the 51st state, I'm looking forward to having that, that $20 case of Yingling instead of paying, almost $60 for a case of Molson Canadian. That's all I'm looking forward to.
It is closer to you now because it is in Illinois. So now it's right across from you almost. So,
I still haven't seen it yet, but I know it's supposed to come out this month.
Yeah.
That won't change. It's
Yeah.
That will still be the same. So.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Give me something. There's got to be some benefit of becoming the 51st
They're still going to
state.
fuck you with the beer. Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, by the way, you lose your health care when you become the 51st state. So.
Oh, see, I can't do that.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's a great outcome.
Yeah.
You will soon realize.
Yeah.
You'll be walking around like those people in Jamaica. You'd be like the people in Jamaica we were talking about earlier. Like,
How about this? How about we become the 51st state? And Donald Trump always says, "Hey, there's all these benefits, lower taxes, blah 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 blah." That's great, but what if we took our government-paid health care and extended it to the other 50 states
Oh,
as a trade-off?
Now there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
You let me know how that works out with the lobbyists.
yeah. I would say half the country, half the country would be for that. Half the country would.
Well, for sure.
I'm all for it. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Sports bar by the name of the draft. The draft is some of the best chili I've ever tasted. Owner told me there are 28 ingredients in the chili. Damn good. Oh, okay. We gotta let me know where that one's at, Trez.
Yeah, for sure.
So I might have to pull it up on Yelp. Yeah.
Jesus.
Fast food, sit down, gorge. Let me tell you something. It will help you hangover. We have actually a restaurant here called Hangover Easy that's pretty solid. It's got great hangover food too for that morning after. Cincinnati style pizza.
Great.
I'm trying to think what Cincinnati style pizza is. Is that like the La Rosa style? Is that where we're going with on that? Because there's Detroit style pizza, which Detroit style right?
pizza is
Detroit style. We know Chicago style with the round deep dish type thing. Cincinnati style might be La Rosa's, which is a little bit different. That's
what I was thinking, right? I was thinking same.
Yeah.
Rosa's maybe ish. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Cincinnati style.
All right. Yeah.
Now, the Chicago style pizza. I got to experience Chicago style pizza last year when I was in Chicago. Amazing pizza. Probably the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life.
And that's not even good. Like, we don't even eat that shit here.
Again,
You're right, Dave.
Technically, I'm a foreigner, right?
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm a foreigner when I come to Chicago. But it was it beats the shit out of any of the shit we got up here in Canada.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
When Shane and I went to Chicago 2 years ago, we went to Pequod's. You ever had Pequod's?
Like, everybody loves Pequod's. I think it's overrated.
No, to me, I had Pequod's. So like, this is great, and it had the what's the big Chicago pizza, whatever. Like
Giordano's,
Lou Malnati's or Giordano's.
Illuminati's. I was
Okay.
like, Pequod's wasn't even close. Pequod's was way better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Now, I only had Pequod's once, and I thought it was overrated, but maybe I had a bad one. But I still, to this day, I won't go there. Yeah. But they're lined up. They're lined up outside. Like, people double parked. You got to go into the other lane of traffic because people are double parked to pick up Pequod's. And I'm like,
Okay, see, so that could be, because I was like Pequod's and I had Illuminati's, like, no, Pequod's for sure, like, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave, I am actually planning on coming down to Chicago sometime this year, probably late summer. We'll hook up, obviously.
Yeah.
I would be more than willing to go to any pizza place or any brewery that you suggest. I mean, I'm going to Hot Butcher again because I love that place.
I can walk to Hot Butcher. Yeah. We'll take you across the street to Bad Apple, get your burger.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll go to Bad Apple for sure.
Yeah, I think Dave missed our Bad Apple conversation earlier. Yeah.
Speaking of Bad Apple, wait.
Yeah. You make Ray jealous.
There's a new magazine out there called Illinois Brewing, and there's a certain guy that's like right there, and I talk about the Bad Apple in this magazine.
Look at that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who's that dapper dude?
Oh,
yeah.
Right?
Bad Apple's the bomb. I mean, yeah.
Plus, you're right across from Hot Butcher, too. And Bad Apple has a great beer selection.
Yes.
Right. I absolutely loved Hot Butcher when I was there last year. I fell in love with the place. The staff was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The beers were fantastic. I love the place. It's
like Hot Butcher, you could walk maybe a 7 to 10 minute walk from Hot Butcher. You've got Dovetail, which has great European lagers.
We did go to Dovetail. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just great. But Hot Butcher's great. Right next
Okay.
to
I even stole some coasters from Dovetail. There you go.
Yeah. Across the street from Hop Butcher, there's a Jewel, which I always go to.
There's a
and
Jewel
right
right there,
next to Hop Butcher is the place where my wife and I got married at. We rented this facility. So it's like 2 doors down from Hop Butcher. And that's where we got married at. And at the time, it was still half acre. So all of my buddies went to half acre before the wedding. So all of like the wedding cards for my friends had a half acre sticker on there. I'm like, those are my people.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you got married. You got married just a couple doors down. Did you have your reception at Hop Butcher? Because that's what I would have done.
No, we had this one spot where it was awesome, like bookstore, and we rented it out, and we had to do all the decorating and everything, but it was fantastic. So we had it all there, and I just went to all my spots and furnished the beer for everybody. So everybody had a good local Chicago selection. But yeah, all my friends, they pre-gamed over at Half Acre right before.
Nice.
I don't know pregame for a wedding. I'm a pregame. Where we go? We're going to a wedding, but we're going to pregame for a wedding.
You don't pregame for a wedding, Rod? I always pregame for a wedding. I don't know about you.
I mean, honestly, beer to a wedding.
Yeah,
I brought my own beer to a wedding, and I'm just going to the car for a minute.
Right, because for the most part, weddings are dreadfully boring. Right, so you need that.
I brought my own beer to weddings. I brought my own beer to funerals. I'll be back. I'm going to go to the car.
Yeah, they're not like wedding crashers. They're not like wedding crashers.
Yeah,
that was for the movie.
Yeah. I really wish we lived closer together, Dave, because I think we should really hang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really.
Oh, let me get some.
Yeah, I'll definitely get down there probably late summer this year. I think I'll probably be down.
I'll wear my Atlanta Flames jersey. You could wear your Calgary Flames hat.
Oh, that'd be super.
Yeah,
and that's what I tell people all the time. I said it's really cool the way the Calgary Flames kind of adopted the Atlanta Flames. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know. So on the Calgary Flames, the alternate captains, they have the A on their jersey, right? So the A actually has a flame in the middle of the A. And that is the old Atlanta Flames logo, is actually what the alternate captains wear. And I think that's just super cool. It just kind of pays a little homage to, where we came from. So it's super cool. I love it. It's awesome.
See, in America, everybody hears Canadians saying A. They probably just think it's because it's Canadian. It's A.
Yeah. No, the letter A, not EH, not EHA. It's the letter A.
And I know, my next throwback that I need to get, and I used to be a big jerseys person, and I've gotten away from that as I'm getting older. But my next jersey will be a Nordiques jersey. I have to get a throwback.
Oh, for sure.
Back Nordiques, yeah.
And it's funny because they've been talking. I know Gary Bettman's been doing a little bit of thing. They want to do a 2-team expansion next year, I guess. I've been reading in the news, and one of the teams that they want to do is Atlanta again. You've already had 2 teams, and you can't support a team. The people in Atlanta just don't support the team. I don't understand why. And Quebec has been kind of snubbed. Because everybody wants the Quebec Nordiques to come
They're
back.
like the Falcons and Braves ain't going to win shit. We need another sport.
Well, but I mean, Atlanta has every sport already. I mean, you guys got football, you got basketball, you got everything except for hockey.
I think,
And they all suck.
Yeah,
you got everything except for hockey in Atlanta.
But you need to do like Cincinnati and cut their losses. Just cut the losses. Just lower expectations.
Just go with what you know.
And then if we win, we'll be surprised. I mean, the Bears are going to have to get used to it in Chicago, right? Like if we get there, we're surprised by it,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Let me get
some. I would love to see them put another team in Quebec, but if that actually happens, I don't know. It was, I think.
Let me get some of these comments here.
I'll figure out.
El Yucatecos. I don't think the hot brown one. I always think of the Kentucky hot brown with frioles though, so it's got some pepper. So I would definitely be on board. Jungle Gyms, main location. Jungle Gyms around 200,000 square feet. While the Eastgate is large. Yes, Eastgate is bigger than the Fairfield location. That's where I usually prefer to go. Yeah, it's
massive.
Yes.
Or as Bernie Sanders would say, is huge.
Huge.
Yeah. The jungle is effing huge. So I'm actually going to. I thought you were going last week before. Let me know what you see when you get over there, Trez.
You gotta wait for at least 3 weeks.
I missed Party Source before it became a wine. Wait a minute, they're doing that at Party Source now? It's Wine Fest. I haven't been to Party Source since I've been back to Cincinnati from last month. Party Source is like the second place to go after Jungle Gyms for me. There's also a Party Town in Florence, Kentucky as well. But Party Source usually had some pretty decent stuff there. What size is it? When speaking of Jungle Gyms, answer or Tornado's wet dream. Let's go.
Great comments.
Yeah. Every time my ass goes there, I'm at least 3 hours. Less Cigar Humidor is unreal. Damn, I love that place. Only 25 minutes away. Yeah, the Humidor itself. I mean,
yes.
You go in there with like a game plan. Like, okay, we're only going to be here for this amount of time. Easily over $200 a day. I'm always over 200 every damn time. Pisses the wife off.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you tell the wife I only spent 100, so you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, Dave. You got it.
If you're going to Jungle Gyms, plan for $500. If you spend less, then good for you.
Yeah. Coming in for one thing. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah.
You're right. Yes.
Dude, it's like you walk into a beer store sometimes. Like I know what's happened to me or whatever. Like I'm going to go in and just get this because they got a limited release coming out of a beer or whatever. And you walk in and you start looking around and you're like, oh, fuck. You walk back up, I get a cart.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Exactly. Work out. Cheers, Sammy.
We got Sammy in the house from Short and Stout.
Yeah.
What's going on,
check
brother?
out Sammy, Short and Stout in the house. Check out Sammy. Vegemite is the best yeast extract. Yeah. Sammy, stay out in the sun over there in Australia.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes. Chi-Town dogs are king. Ultimate hot dog, chili, coleslaw, and mustard. Have you been to West Virginia, Sammy, with the chili and the coleslaw? You know about that, son? All right. I like it.
If it's got coleslaw in it, Todd's out. Todd's out if it's got coleslaw. Todd's out.
Strongly agree, Shane Trez says.
Boy.
NWO? We going to the old wrestling back in the day?
Yeah.
I was thinking that's the first thing I went to too is wrestling. Yeah, for sure.
Me too. Yes.
I, for one, welcome our new Canadian overlords.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Draft is 3 minutes from my house route. We can go there. Great food, great people, and a ton of fun. Nice. Yeah, one of the places near me now is actually something Cincy Greens or whatever like that. Everything that people were talking about, I need to go over at some point. It's like a little golf bar or whatever. Cheers all from Mark in the house. Cheers, Mark. Great to see you, my friend.
What's up, Mark?
Mark, cheers.
And he did go last week when he's going back.
You're going back. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jungle Gyms has that effect there.
You got that bonus check where you're going back-to-back weeks. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I've now caught up on the.
You got that profit sharing check. Fuck
yeah. I'm super intrigued about this place now. I'm so looking forward to coming down and having Todd take me to freaking Jungle Gyms now. This sounds like such a.
Should I do a quick?
Like a massive place.
Oh, you got to do the unboxing. Absolutely.
Merch here. So this is some new merch. So I mentioned before I have to go up to the Ohio Craft Beer Conference.
Don't talk about box cutters. I work for an airline.
I got to.
Too soon?
Yeah.
No.
How many years has it been? Yeah, too soon. So I got to represent when I go up to the conference. So I got to get a few things here. Let's see.
Here we go. Unboxing.
Gonna unbox this. I felt like the box was too small, but apparently not.
You know,
so check this out.
You got some swag.
So this is the new Letterman jacket off the website. Check that out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Drink a beer, save a brewery. They got the logo on the back there.
Right. I like it.
So that's pretty cool. So that's the new letter jacket on the website. And then I got to carry my shit around, right? So we need a Rod J BeerVentures backpack. Check that out there.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So just some stuff.
Hey, available on Rod J's website.
It's on the website. It's on the website. So stuff down in the link
Good
tree,
call,
so you
Shane. Good
can
call.
get there. That's true. That's true. It is available. And sometimes stuff's on sale.
That jacket you showed, Rod, was that did that have leather sleeves or was that like a material?
It's material.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, they didn't do it with the leather sleeves, which would be cool, but like a nice little throwback there from the old Letterman jacket from back in the day.
What's that next to your logo? Is that a sticker? What's that next to your logo?
That's a sticker right there.
All right, like, what is that? Yeah. All right.
Get that shit on there. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
But I like the logo on the back. They kind of outline it with the logo and stuff too.
All right.
That's cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So this is part of the Drink a Beer, Save a Brewery line. So I'm sure a lot of the brewers will appreciate having that out there. So yeah. So
all right. So Rod J, a lot of the shit, not like this one is not, but a lot of the shit that I wear, I have my logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I get yelled at, but I might get chastised. Do you have anything without your fucking logo on it? Not a lot.
Not really. In fact, I had one thing. Like I think Shannon might order something. She was the one like, I got it, but I didn't like. I liked you. I did.
We both have. Both have.
Yeah, we both have. But I think Shannon was like, I like it, but I didn't have your logo on the thing. So I was like, well, I didn't really think to put it on that one, but like, cause I'll put like a little logo, like even like on this hat. The hat, it has like the Hoppy Beer, Hoppy Life.
Yeah.
But the little logo is down on the bottom, like a little small logo with it as well. So you should have the brand on it. I mean, nobody gets mad at Nike for having a check mark in Nike, knowing yeah. I'm like,
who's giving you a hard time, Dave? Who's giving you a hard time about your logo?
The boss.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's giving you a hard time about it?
Yeah, like,
That's good. What's wrong with that?
Oh, dude, it's everything, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's like I went to one of the festivals when I was in Baltimore. Well, I say festivals, one of the video con type things, and talking to one of the people, she actually likes the design. She said the only thing is, like, she was like, I wouldn't put YouTube on it or whatever like that and everything because you're giving them stuff you don't need to really give them for, but put your stuff more focus on your stuff. Like she liked the logo and stuff on it. She was like one of the big influencers there too.
Yeah, like all like my Brewer shirt, they all have it on there.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, Trez. Yeah.
There you go,
even
Trez.
like my mom, like, knock on wood, she's doing better. But my mom slipped and fell on the ice this week, and she broke her wrist and her forearm. Oh, so she's like, Dave, I need, like, do you have any like button down shirts? Because she's like, I can't put a pullover over because of my arm. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I got you. So all of my button down shirts all happen to have my logo on it. She was like, David, do you have anything that's plain? Not really.
Like, well, here I got Rod J shirt you can have. She's like, oh, yes, I love it.
Yeah. Well, see, my mom was awesome. My mom, when I came out with them, she was like,
now you're talking.
My mom was like, I need you to send me one of your shirts so I can wear it for my friends and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, Mom, you're like 78 years old. None of your friends are drinking beer or whatever like that and everything. They don't care about me. She's like, I want one of your shirts so I can blah, blah, blah. All right, I'll send it to you, whatever. And she puts it on and she wears it. And she loves having the logo and stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like none of her friends have become YouTube subscribers, but I'm kind of not in their demographic. So
like my mom has pint glasses. She has like the stainless steel travel mugs and everything.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
No, this is good. I was actually waiting to get this one in, so it took a little bit of time. They were running behind on something. I don't know. But they were like, oh, yeah, we got it done, and we're going to actually overnight it to you because we took too long to be able to take care of.
Who'd you order that from?
Through my Spreadshirt store. So Spreadshirt is where I have all the stuff now.
Because we were talking earlier about like Temu and stuff, and I forget I'm going to see if I can get the name of the place. There was like a Chinese company that does embroidery So I had an embroidered baseball shirt, and they took my logo and like did the embroidery on the chest. But there's not a lot of double XLs in China. So the American double X is not the Chinese double X. So like this barely covered my nipples.
Yeah, they're complete. Yeah.
It was a nice looking shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. I need the American size, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're ever cold during the wintertime, don't forget you get the Rod J BeerVentures blanket too. So nice size blanket.
You send that to Chicago, and my dog will be laying on that all day.
It's a good size blanket too. Nice and warm. Look at that. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that. I mean, I've done a video or two. I think Alan has done a video. Dave and Brian have both done videos. I've got a new Hawaiian shirt. Have you guys seen it?
Oh. No, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't either.
Like I said, I got a couple as a little tester, little batch. I think I got 4 of them. So I sent one to I sent one to Dave, I sent one to Brian, I sent one to Alan, and I've got one for myself. And I just said, hey guys, just so you know, everybody will get one of these by July. So don't worry, Todd, you and Shane will both get one. I took them upstairs. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like a Hawaiian shirt with a Hawaiian pattern, but it's also got my logo all over it as well. Freaking fantastic. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But you guys will all have one of those by July.
All right.
Speaking of which, Dave, are you coming up to the get together in July?
I don't have vacation that week, so I gotta see what my work schedule is first.
He's coming.
Hey, you know what, Dave? You know, as looking at you on screen right now, you don't look very well. I think you're going to be sick that week.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but when I'm sick, I can't fly.
Yeah, we could drive.
Just drive.
You can't fly. Oh, because of work. They're like, I thought you were sick.
You're calling in sick, and you're going to take a vacation? Yeah, no, that don't work.
I guess.
Well, my doctor's in South Carolina. I can't help that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
My doctor's in Ottawa. What the fuck you want me to do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Company money and insurance money. Yeah.
That's right. You should really figure out a way to come, Dave. It's such a great time. I mean, ask Rod and Todd.
I want to go. But
Todd is the ambassador.
Yeah.
From
I missed a shit ton of time last year with my back. So like my vacation time for 2025 is limited, where I have like my anniversary, I have my wife's 50th birthday, and I have Christmas, and
beer's more important though, right?
Cancel your Christmas vacation because Christmas is a bullshit holiday
Ruby
anyway.
should be back in 40 minutes, Todd. I will let you talk to my wife and explain this.
No. I can say that because she's not here, so I can say that. So it's okay. I get it.
Like literally, the get together is like the best time. You get to hang out with all of us, and of course, like probably like 12 other guys that you know all these guys. You've never met them in person, and just to sit down. Like I said, when I got to finally meet Todd,
I think Wayne might be coming up for that one from Wayne's Beer Delivery because he's right in Carolina as well.
He's right there. Yeah, he's right there too.
I'm going to try to find his tiny shirt. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
for sure.
Tiny shirt. It's like tiny desk on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, go ahead.
It's such a great time. Like I said, when we went there, I mean, like it was such a great time. Like when I got to finally meet Rod, I got to finally meet Todd in person. Like I know you guys, but I've never met you in person. And just getting together with a bunch of guys that you've never met before, but you know them, like just through videos and stuff like that. It's such a great time. I so look forward to the get together every year. It's awesome.
You're so right, because we've never been to one before that. But like you guys, like you and Ray, you mostly probably was like, this is phenomenal. Like
it was. I mean,
whatever, like the bacon and shit is like, breakfast. Like, she was amazing. So yes, like it was.
Yeah,
it's such a good.
Put that together nicely.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Chase to follow up with that. It's like,
Well, and I told Chase, I'm like, you know what? I went overboard. And I said, you don't have to do what I did. I'm like, and I told Chase, I said, you know what, I was basically kind of showing off a little bit, and I was. I will admit it in public on fucking YouTube. I was showing off a little bit. I wanted to do as best as I could and do all that extra shit. Like I said, I had the catered meal, and it was a catered meal necessary? Absolutely not. You know,
It was good though. It was so fucking good.
Oh, absolutely, it was. And was all the extras that I did necessary? Absolutely not. I was just trying to be like, hey, I'm gonna. Sometimes I get that way, a little competitive, right? Like I'm gonna do the best freaking. I just wanted to. I just wanted to have you guys have the best experience that you could possibly have, and that was my whole goal through the thing. And everybody had a great time, and that was my whole goal. Yeah. And I told Chase, I'm like, you don't think I wanted to do. I love Mallory and Chew, absolutely 100%. But I just wanted to do just a little bit better than they did. And I told Chase, I'm like, you don't have to do better than I did. If you do like basically the same as I did, that's okay. You don't have to, everybody's gonna have a great time anyway, regardless.
No, I'm 100% looking forward to South Carolina in the summer.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't fucking wait. Like I don't care. Like whatever. Like it'll be amazing.
It's gonna be awesome.
Like, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be hot.
I mean, brewing
tours in South Carolina in the summer.
Hanging out with everybody else, like all together is like, what could be better now? You know what I'm saying? Like 20, 25 people hanging out at the same place, going brewery hopping and eating whatever. It's fucking amazing. Like, who cares?
It's just fun. Like I said, for me, I mean, getting to try different beers from different areas is super cool. Like when I went down to Chicago last year with Mallory and Chew, and get to experience, like iconic breweries like Hot Butcher, and Dovetail and Metropolitan, which isn't around anymore. It's super cool. Yeah. But it's just the fact that I get to hang around with, like I said, Rod and Todd and guys I've never met before. To me, that is the most important part of the get together. Like, yeah, the beer is fantastic and amazing, but like I said, I get to meet the legend Rod J, and just like, hey,
that's all.
Do the bow.
Stop using the L word.
I only do it. You realize I only do it because it bothers you, Rod. That's the only reason I do it, because it bothers you.
Yeah, but then you got the other guys that end up doing it out. It's like stop, just like out here doing our thing.
But beer is about the people. Beer isn't about the liquid. It's about the people and who you're having it with and the experience. And
that's what I said, Dave. It's like it's about the beer bringing everybody together.
Yeah,
beer is secondary. It's a camaraderie and friendship.
You could be drinking Miller High Life or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of Miller High Life, let's raise a Miller Light to Bob Euchre tonight. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, Bob
must be in the front row in heaven.
Must be in the front row. You know who else died today? I didn't realize. So I saw the news later on. David Lynch died.
Yeah,
I did not realize.
Oh
that,
really? Oh wow, I didn't know that
as well. He's like 72, I think, or something. But
no, he was like I thought he was like 80.
No, he was in the 70s. He was in the 70s. I know.
I know, like Bob Euchre was 90, but I thought David Lynch was a little
90.
older.
Yeah, emphysema or whatever. He'd been battling stuff because he smoked a lot. They said, but Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive,
Mommy.
Don't you look at me? Did I say don't look? Yeah. It kind of sticks with you. You see that movie. If you haven't seen Blue Velvet, just see it. You'll see what I mean. But it's kind of like Reservoir Dogs. You watch Reservoir Dogs, you'll never listen to Stuck in the Middle with You again the same after. Guaranteed. But sad to see those two people lost here for sure. And it's funny when the guys had mentioned on one of the other things on Facebook, and it was like people saying Major League, and I was like, well, for me, Bob Euchre takes me back to the old Miller Lite commercials and doing must be in the front row. So I put
it was really cool. It was all over social media, but somebody right after he passed away, because they have like a statue right in front of, I think it's called like American Bank Park, or it's not Miller Park anymore, but it's something. But there's a statue of Bob Euchre right in front. And somebody put a full can of Miller High Life, Miller Lite right in front of the statue. I'm like, Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yes.
Well, you know, one thing too, like last week, you know, buried Jimmy Carter, and I saw part of their stuff on there, and that's I missed it. I'm like, someone in the eulogy should have said something about him opening the door for the craft beer industry we have today.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, nobody. I mean, if you're a beer nerd, you get that. If you don't, you wouldn't know about it maybe. But it's like there's like they should ask like, you know, ask like Jim Cook or somebody to come out there, Sam Caglione or Fritz May, any of those guys that might be around and can come out and maybe speak and talk about how much.
Yeah, but he just, I mean, and you know, mad respect for Jimmy Carter. Whatever people think about his politics, he was a good Christian man who like built homes for the less fortunate. You know,
I don't think there's any president can ever say he did as much as Jimmy Carter did after his service work that he did.
He was like
I still have an unopened can of Bill beer.
My father had that, and like my father drank a lot, so he probably drank that before he passed. So I never inherited it, but yes, my father had the old can of Billy beer.
I feel like when you shake it, you hear lumps inside of it. It's like, oh, what is that? Like, who cares? Like, it's still like iconic, sort of. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still like, yes.
I feel like nobody ever.
Jimmy like just signed the bill. It was Cranston, who was a Democratic senator, and my apologies, I forget there was a Republican congressman, I believe, that both pushed this bill, and they like included it in something else, and Jimmy signed it. Yeah. So Jimmy signed it.
I think wasn't his brother.
Well, you can incorporate all three of them into it, but they snuck it into the excise tax bill. Yeah,
I think it was his brother behind all that though, like the beer thing.
Billy wasn't as smart, Todd.
No, it wasn't Billy.
I feel like he was kind of, when you see him, I feel like that was like his known thing was the beer part of it.
Yeah.
Which, you're probably right though that I'm not.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like nobody ever really knows what happened to Billy. Billy was like Richie Cunningham's older brother on Happy Days that went upstairs and never came back. If you ever saw Happy Days back in the day, the early season, Richie Cunningham had an older brother. They never explained what happened to him. And Billy kind of disappeared like that as well.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, Billy kind of vanished. Yeah.
That is totally true.
But I think that was like something where I was talking with you know, as they do the Craft Beer Hall of Fame, kind of like something like that. I think if they ever get the physical structure, I think all three will be related to that. Like, you know, because it took the two to actually come up with it to put it in. But he signed off on it to make it law, and that opened the door for a lot of the craft beers that we're enjoying
today. There's nothing we could drink today that hasn't been influenced by that bill signing. Absolutely. Nothing. Yes. Unless you're just drinking Budweiser and Miller High Life, there is nothing we drink today that hasn't been influenced by that bill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
And but it was like one of those things, like one of those misnomers as you watch all that stuff being done. It's like somebody should give him a props for the whole craft beer revolution that took place and stuff. So, but you know, people loved him a lot more after he was out of office than when he was in office. When he was in office, he got brutal for sure.
I mean, you had the gas shortages, the Olympic boycotts. I mean,
you had the hostages too. Like, released the next day after Ronald Reagan won. Like, seriously.
No, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that bullshit. But
Shane's like American problems. I don't care about that.
You know what? It's funny. I find that I could be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure this is accurate. As a Canadian, I think we know more about what happens down in America than Americans know what happens in Canada, as far as like like politics, just world news. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You are spot on.
Yeah.
I would say probably like 80% of Americans don't even understand the whole prime minister role.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're going to be the 51st state, and it's not going to matter anymore anyway.
Right.
So
we're going to make him a governor, and we're good to go. So there we go.
Oh my God, that was so funny that Trump kept calling him Governor Trudeau instead of Prime Minister. Governor Trudeau. You know, I'm like, geez, you're such an asshole, Trump. Like, you're such an asshole. I mean, as funny as it is, it's kind of
It's not funny.
disrespectful.
It's not funny.
It is.
It is funny.
Kind of
It is funny.
It's funny in a comedic
I found it
way,
funny, but it's disrespectful at the same time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What do you say there, Governor? I'm a prime
Yeah.
minister. Okay, Governor.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Aubrey?
Yeah.
Cheers. Thursday night. We're here, dog. We're here. Well, actually, we're about to wrap up here because it's like 11:34 and work does come early in the morning. So
Yep.
No, this is
I
fun.
got to bolt here soon anyway because my phone's almost dead, so I got to bolt here anyway, guys.
Yeah.
Rod, thank you so much for having me on. I always appreciate it when you invite me on. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Always good to chat. And you guys
For
have
sure,
to check
absolutely.
out Shane's channel. Make sure to check out Shane's Craft Beer Reviews. And
Yeah, it's an okay channel. It's an okay channel.
Dave Beer Front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two channels
Todd,
that were on my list of under 1,000 subs you should be watching. So I think
That's me.
The first episode. I think you and Dave were both on that list there.
Way under 1,000 subs.
Yes.
Yeah. So now for those of you watching, I will have a new edition coming up of the next 10 channels you should be watching. So stay tuned.
Get them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So.
Yeah, so like I said, Rod, thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you do for me. The support that you give me, it's awesome. Todd, always great to chat with you, brother. I will message you very shortly, probably after I get off here, about the new dates for a visit. I'm looking forward to that. Dave,
If you're
always a pleasure to talk to you, sir.
You come down to him, then I'm here now too. So
that's true too.
What the fuck's going on? He's like an hour and a half from me. Like you almost send it to Todd. Like
we'll coordinate
I'm down here, right? Like
Yeah, for sure. Before I go, quick question for Dave. Is your email on your YouTube channel?
Mine?
It might not. It's Dave at beerinfront.com.
Okay, simple enough. So I'll email you very shortly about a little something that you might want to do, you might not want to do, whatever.
Okay.
Totally up to you. But
Yeah,
have a great night, guys.
It's been a messed up week here because like my sister-in-laws came in because of the LA fires, so they're here. My mom fell, so it's been a jacked up week. But I got your message last week, so I'll definitely get some stuff out to you, Shane. But
okay, for sure. Yeah, we'll I got we'll definitely exchange some stuff and get that done. We'll talk about that. I don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I know. My apologies, my fault. But it's just been a crazy couple weeks here.
No, it's all good, man. I always tell people I understand life gets in the way of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here because my phone's I'm at 3% now. So I better get out of here. Everybody have a great night. Everybody that's watching, thank you for tuning in to Rod J BeerVentures live. It is an absolutely awesome live. Tune in next week. It's awesome. And to Rod, Todd, and Dave, have a great night, guys. We will see you really soon.
Cheers. All right, brother. Talk
All
to
right,
you soon.
All right, cheers, guys. Thanks.
And Dave, hopefully your sister-in-laws and them are doing okay.
They're doing good. They were coming here regardless, but it was perfect timing. All right, we're coming here. We're here for 10 days, maybe longer. I'm all right, well, that's fine. We got the room.
Well, hopefully their house and stuff will be okay out there or where they're at. That's
I mean,
the big thing.
They think everything's cool.
Yes.
But it was just perfect timing. This vacation was planned, but they were let's just get the hell out of Dodge. So
yes,
I'm come here. We got the extra room. I took some days off of work. So, tomorrow we're going to do touristy shit, go to the Art Institute and, do tourist stuff. So that's cool.
Maybe you get some Garrett's popcorn and send it to Todd since they've never had it when they were in Chicago.
yes.
You've never had Garrett's popcorn?
No. We've been there many times. I've never got any.
Have you flown through the fucking airport, Todd? We got this airport called O'Hare. Have you ever flown through the airport?
I'm literally an hour and a half from you guys.
Oh, fuck, Todd. Send me your address, my man.
Oh, no, I'm thinking Cincinnati. Chicago. No,
send me your address. I'll pack the beer. And instead of bubble wrap, I'll pack the beer in the fucking popcorn, Todd.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
I'll send you beer and popcorn. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, you know, I messed with it with her last time, and I'm like, "What do you mean you didn't get popcorn?" He's like, "No, we didn't get it. Like you didn't get any Garrett's popcorn when you were in Chicago." Like, no, we didn't even really know about it. Yeah,
a beer that was made from Garrett's popcorn. That was, of course, this guy was like, "No, it's not good." But popcorn, yes, I take that all day long.
But you know, like it's weird, like Garrett's popcorn, and it's all because of Oprah. Oprah, like 30 years ago, mentioned Garrett's, and the lines are out the door. And Garrett's popcorn is outstanding. I will never say a bad word about Garrett's, but there's another place in Chicago called Nuts on Clark that is equally as good. It's not as greasy as Garrett's.
Okay.
But it's equally as good, especially when it's like hot and fresh.
There you go, Dave. I'm gonna send you some beer, and you send me both of those.
All right.
So I can compare them, and then if we throw some beer in also, then okay.
Yeah, well, you know, the popcorn is a good packing material. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why you said Nuts on Clark and it made me think about vacation for some reason, but
Clark. Yes.
These Nuts on Clark. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get it shut down for the night. We can hang out a little bit after to finish our beers and stuff. But thanks for everybody that tuned in. Great stuff happening. Todd's rolling with the What's Your Beer, so make sure to check out his channel. Some upcoming videos. Dave's obviously doing a lot of good stuff with Beer in Front. Got some stuff happening there. I've got more videos upcoming. I started dropping them out here. I'm trying to get more back to a daily type basis, so we'll see. But I did a Monday through Wednesday. Didn't do one tonight since I was going to be live, and I'll probably have one tomorrow. Upcoming, I'll have Rationale on in a couple weeks to talk about their non-alcoholic beer line, so that should be a fun time. And then some other stuff. I got Mad Tree lined up that I'm going to be getting a date set with them to talk about some of their beers and get out to the brewery, which is right here near me. Which the other thing too, when Todd's up here, which like I need another brewery around me, but Highwire is like 5 minutes away from me now too. I found out, so I'm like, I got to go over there and get me some 10W30 series. So there'll be some upcoming stuff. Yeah, and it's like finding a few other breweries that are popping up. So yeah, getting back into the Cincinnati scene should be fun and having some good times to share. And who knows, maybe Todd's up here, maybe we'll hit Jungle Gyms in a couple weeks or something. So
maybe
we'll see.
Maybe we'll do some lives or shorts.
Oh, we'll do some lives from the Beer Fest for sure. We'll be doing some.
Yes.
You better put some extra batteries in that camera for
I'll have some place to hook up. I'm not a rookie at this. I'll find some places to hook up, right? Keep it going. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun time. We'll actually be down there in the Xavier University for that. So we'll be down there putting the basketball floor. I think they got the whole arena. So we'll see what we're actually
gonna be doing. We'll have to do one with Trez because Trez jumps.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be there, so we, show the public Trez exists.
yeah. So everybody can see Trez and stuff too. So yeah, so that's good. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Make sure to check out the other stuff there. Again, hit the link tree description down below in the box, and you can connect with me on other stuff. If you're catching up on this on the podcast replay, make sure to check some stuff out. If you are catching up on the podcast replay, God bless you for getting to the 3 hour and 47 mark during this thing. So I know you might do it in bits and pieces, just like if you're eating an elephant, but it's great listening to music, great listening to chatter too while you're at work. If you're bored or whatever, just throw it on in the background. Throw it in, just laugh.
Hey, I got 7 days till the next one, so
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
And then this weekend's a 3-day weekend with the MLK holiday too for a lot of people. So
yes.
So good time to catch up on some other stuff. But I'm rambling at this point. I want to finish my beer. We're going to talk a little bit after here. But thanks for everybody that tuned in and look forward to catching up with you guys next week. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern here for the happy hour. So if it was your first time, like many of you that have joined, make sure to come back next week. And we'll talk to you soon. With that, what did you say? What?
Shut it down. 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 Shut it down now.
Guy is such an asshole, just all over me. All right, we'll shut it down. He's really right. I mean, just because we're both from Jersey, yeah, you don't have to yell at me like that. We're shutting it down. Mo-